Hello and welcome back to Xpwaste, where we hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm Michael.
And I'm Oxie. If you're new around here, you picked a hell of a day to find a new podcast because you're probably driving to a family member's house, or you have AirPods in, cleaning the house because you've got family coming over, or the hardest job of them all, you're making a million different dishes for people who are coming over to your house. Thank you for that. But if you're here, you probably also play RuneScape, and you're thinking about RuneScape while doing any one of those things, because we're a podcast that talks almost entirely about old school RuneScape. I say almost entirely because today, probably not going to talk about RuneScape that much, but it's a holiday, so that's why, it's going to be fun. It's going to be festive, and we're still going to talk about RuneScape a little bit. If you're not new around here, Michael picked Mauritania for his first region, and I could not be more proud of this man. We have the same drop rate at Barrows, and it's going fantastically in leagues. So, how has your week been, Mr. Mauritania Asgarnia?
Mauritania Asgardia, I am 103 tasks from Zaya, which it's this weekend, and the rest of this week are going to be a little bit hard to get gains on for. I guess that's a weird way of saying it, but I got family in town, and
don't they know it's leagues?
We're busy. You're gonna be busy this week. Don't they know it's leagues? They don't. I'm so sorry. So yeah. So this week is today's Thanksgiving. If you're listening to us on the day of release, but this past week has been busy because it's Sunday for us. Obviously, it's Thursday for you guys. And this past week has been busy. If I am talking about the day of release, what is happening? So today's my birthday. Happy birthday, me. And
I was like, your birthday's today? Or
if we're talking about the day of release.
Okay, I was like, I didn't think... I was a little confused. I was like, I didn't think your birthday was today, but no, your birthday is today. Everyone, shut the up for a minute, Michael. Everyone go to Discord and at Michael and tell him happy birthday.
Thank you, guys. I can't respond to each and every one of you.
No, he will.
But you definitely will get a heart emoji on your post. So thank you. Thank you so much. It's not one of the big birthdays. Like I'm turning 31. So like, the only thing I got going for me is that I am the same age as Miley Cyrus. We are born on the exact same day, exact same year. I don't know what time she was born.
Yeah, but like respectfully, you'll have that going for you forever, though.
Yeah,
you'll always be the same age as Miley Cyrus.
But like I'm done with the fun birthdays. Like I did 18, I did 21, I did 25, I did 30. What's next?
Good lordy, Michael's 40. That's what's next, baby.
Good lordy, Michael's 40. So the next time I really celebrate a birthday, it'll probably be like 35, and then 40, and then 45, and then 50, and then 55, and then 60, and then 65, and then 69, and then 70. Yeah.
Imagine like 40... explaining that to like people who are older than you. Like, yeah, I'm celebrating my 69th birthday. And if someone doesn't say nice, they're just not invited,
They just don't get to come.
Yeah.
So yeah, 31 is not that great. I mean, it is. I'm a year older, but it's not one of the exciting milestone birthdays. That's what I mean. So this morning, I will have done a turkey trot 5K. So I don't know. My wife bought a turkey. She bought a turkey onesie to do the 5K in, and I have like a turkey hat. Oliver has like a little beanie in it. I think he has like a turkey costume too. So
I feel like he's gonna have a hard time running a 5K. SMH.
Well,
these parents making their kids do a bunch of wild shit for the clout. Oh my god.
So he
has a little son run a 5K.
He has a little car that we can push him in. It's like a stroller. He's not going to run the 5K.
So you're going to be walking a 5K, pushing your son.
I'm going to be like, it's not as serious. It's like, it's not a serious thing. It's just like, you can walk the 5K. You don't have to run. It's not a race. It is a race. I mean, they have different tier brackets that you can like place in. I'm gonna run a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't want to like leave my family behind because it's like a family thing we're doing. But we're doing the Turkey Trot 5K, and then we're going to 2 different families' houses for Thanksgiving. My side of the family and my mom's side, or my wife's side of the family.
Nice.
So it'll be a great time. And then I don't know what else. I think the rest of the day is just gonna be like absolute food coma. And so I'm kind of glad we're doing this today before Thanksgiving so that I'm not like absolutely tired of the thought of food yet.
Mhm.
This is gearing you guys up. Maybe you're like making, like Oxie said, maybe you're making the food that we're talking about and you're really excited to eat it. And I'm so sorry if you listen to this like mid food coma because you it's not going to be as good of a time. Maybe, who knows? But in leagues, I say all that to say like the league's progress this week has probably not been as good as it was the first 2 days. So currently, I have a total of 4,620 points, and I have 197 tasks completed. I'm combat level 90. My highest stat is 83 crafting, and my lowest stat is 4 farming.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm just I'm kind of waiting for the farming relic because I don't think I'm going to take the ruinous
I was about to say, I feel like you should take Farmer's Fortune. I feel like I know it's a little troll for a meleeer to not have Decimate, but I feel like you are gonna enjoy Farmer's Fortune way more than you're gonna enjoy Ruinous Powers.
People were getting like 300k an hour, 300 mil an hour. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
300 mil an hour. So like, I spend just what is that? 15 minutes to get 50 mil farming. I don't know what they were doing to do that, but I've heard that like tithe farm.
You put the highest tier plant in, it automatically grows. You harvest it. You do that till you have like 10,000, and then you deposit them 100 at a time in the little like the bin, and you get ridiculous. It's like 413k per deposit. It's ridiculous. People already have 200 mil farming with Farmer's Fortune. Hespori immediately
70.
grows.
You need 70 something to start it. 74. I mean, you could do the level 34 ones.
But again, because it grows instantly, there's no waiting. Like you can train farming as quickly as you can train something like construction in the main game. Probably even faster as far as like actions per minute. You know?
Damn.
Because you don't have to like wait or anything like that for like a butler, which like I suppose you don't have to do a ton of waiting if you plan it out correctly in the main game for construction. It's an example, okay? It's
you
know.
Wow. Okay. So if you're watching the YouTube video and you see me looking down like this, it's because I'm playing RuneScape and I have out of 3 monitors, all 3 are filled to the brim with things that they could be filled with, and I need a 4th monitor, but.
It's going to look like a damn security office soon.
It's just like when I'm sitting there, I don't need lights in the room because there's so much light coming off of I'm trying to remind myself that Leagues it's a sprint, not it's a
what? Huh?
Wait, hold on. Leagues is a marathon, not a sprint. We still have nearly the entire 8 weeks left at the time of recording because it's only Sunday. And Leagues hasn't even hit its 1 week mark yet. And I'm gonna get my 3rd region. I hope to get to tier 8. It comes to a point in time where I'm gonna want to start doing content and stop doing tasks. But I know that tasks are very important and like points are important and stuff.
But there's a lot of tasks that come from doing content. Like for example, Theater of Blood, literally every single purple is a task.
Really?
Any piece of Justiciar, a Vernic Defender, Scythe, Rapier, Sang, full Justiciar.
Wow.
As well as sticking a Blood kit on a Scythe and sticking a Holy kit on a Scythe.
Okay.
And completing hard mode and getting KCs. That's just for Tob.
Gotcha.
So the more you do content, you do content to get better gear. All of the better gear that you get is a task. You know, it doesn't feel that way with Barrows because you only get the 1 task for equipping a piece of Barrows, But
Yeah.
there is a task for equipping a full set, and then there are 6 more tasks for equipping each individual set, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And if there's not there might not be a task for a full set, but the full set tasks are 200 points apiece. So if you do barrows for a while and you get kind of spooned and you get like full Guthans, for example, number 1, you're set. You can just heal everywhere. Number 2, it's a 200-point task. And it's the Mauritania Elite Diary task. So
yeah.
you're
I haven't
absolutely
done many
big
diaries. I want to do at least I want to do diaries in general just for the XP lamps. Because now that I have the times 12, that's pretty good XP.
Plus, all the diaries are tasks.
That's true. Oh, they are. Wait, they are?
Mm-hmm.
Is it all the diaries or like complete? Is like getting the medium diary done?
No, completing like the medium diary of like Lumbridge, for example, is a medium task.
Oh, okay. There's just a lot of tasks, I guess, that I'm not fully aware of.
I mean, yeah, it's leagues, baby. There's a lot to do.
Everything's a task. Walk down the road. It's a task.
Pretty much.
Not really. Oh, speaking of barrows, Oxie and I did barrows this last week for our Patreon stream. So if you're not part of the Patreon, we do not every tier in the Patreon, I should say, because there are some people who are a part of the Patreon but didn't see it. So we used to do a extra episode, not every month. I caught myself. It was infrequent when we actually posted the extra episode. So what we've shifted to, and is seemingly to be like a lot more fun, is now we are doing a monthly patrons stream. And it has the added bonus of being an extra video for you guys to watch if you didn't catch the stream live. So it is an unlisted video. So if you're part of the Patreon, say you're listening to this a couple months down the road and you want to go back and watch the stream, you should have been added to our Discord, or I guess check the posts on Patreon. But each post has a link to the video. Click on that video, takes you to, or you click on the stream link, takes you to the video. You can rewatch it. And you only have access to that if you're in the Party Pete tier or higher. So yeah, that was fun. We did barrows for like 2.5 hours. The effective rate is like, well, for us, it was like 1 in 3. 1 in 3 chests, but Oxie seemed like he was way more spooned. He did what, 15?
18.
16? He had 18 and got 6 pieces. But like 3 of those were within the first 3 chests.
I did get a 1kc Torax plate body. That felt pretty good. Because it was an immediate
huge upgrade too.
Michael was absolutely seething.
I didn't get my first one until like my 4th or 5th chest, and they take a good long time.
And it was like an RM skirt too. It's like you couldn't even wear it. I can't even wear it.
I got 2 arms pieces. The only things I could actually use the entire night were my Verox helm and my Torax hammers that only hit once. They only hit once. Silly. So yeah, 1 in 3. I did 12 chests, and I got my 4 pieces. So we don't know if the rate is like 1 in 3, but that's kind of how it shook out eventually for our KC.
The rate is definitely not 1 in 3 at our drop rate. We just happened to get that lucky that it was essentially 1 in 3. Because you figure it's 1 in 16 in the main game. We're 4 times as likely. I don't think that means it's 1 in 4.
That's 1 in 4.
No, it's not. That's not how math works in this case. It's weird.
Oh.
It's not how it's weird, but it's not how math works. I promise.
Like,
I don't think
math,
anyways.
But that's not how
is
drop
math.
Rate math
I
works.
just don't think it's the right math.
Nice.
But I would bet it's like maybe 1 in 5, 1 in 7 for us. So
why do they say it's 4 times as likely if that doesn't equal 4 times? I'm confused.
Because I think it's like 4 times of the. I don't know. Math is hard. We're bad at math on this show. That's been our shtick for years. We don't know how to do the RuneScape math. 99 divided by 2 is 92. That's all we know how to do.
That's very true. Yeah. Very true. Well, if it's 1 in 3, if it's 1 in 4, it's 1 in 5. It's still pretty busted. Like, if you can get Barrows runs done as quickly as you can in the main game, you're cheering because they're like, I mean, eventually you'll start doing them faster because the style that you're using is way more DPS. We're melee relics, so it's like it's not the best for Barrows because there's only a couple brothers who are like really actually weak to melee, but it's
fun though.
Yeah,
It's a
I
lot
can't
of
wait to
fun.
go back with actual good gear. And at that point, you don't even really need the Barrows gear if you have the good gear. But like Oxie
you've
said,
got
everything's a
the
task.
tasks. Exactly.
Yeah. And I just like Barrows. Barrows is fun content to do.
It is.
So yeah, that was my week. How have you been?
I've been pretty good. I didn't play it all yesterday. I didn't sign a new apartment. I applied for a new apartment that I toured yesterday. And I had Friendsgiving last night, so I didn't get a chance to play on Saturday. But Sunday today, not Thanksgiving today, Sunday today, I unlocked Zaya, and I'm currently in the catacombs doing a Hellhound task. And I'm trying to work my way to relic number 7. I'm 5470 away from relic number 7, and I'm gonna go with Weapon Master, and then I think I'm gonna go with Guardian. Because the special attacks for melee are gonna be so much fun. I have Asgarnia, so I'm gonna get an SGS and just like infinitely spec things because I'll get the health back that I'm draining per specs. But then on the flip side, ideally I get a ZCB, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the ZCB with those specs on like rapid repeat for 2 or 3 shots with the Ruby procs will help, even though it's off style. So I'll still be able, like, when we're at Ulm, for example, I'll actually be effective once I get Weapon Master and a ZCB, which like isn't going to be for a while, I don't think, because even I just got to Zaya and I did all the favor stuff. I did all the favor quests. I got Architectural Alliance done. All the 5 quests are done. Now it's kind of like figure out how to spend my time here and like what quests I got to do. I got to like kill Sarachnis and shit for a task. But now I'm less focused on sheer number of tasks because I've got all my regions, and I'm more focused on points that I'm going to be getting from stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So did it just say 0 tasks until the next? Like, does it say?
It says you have unlocked all areas, and it's like exclamation point, whatever.
Gotcha. So
okay.
So like 103 more tasks, and I'm done. Like really focusing on. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And then you're just looking at points. Okay, that makes it easier because like right now, when I look at that, I'm like, where do I spend my time? Do I spend my time going for the high point tasks? Or do I just go for the easy ones?
Yeah, go for
a lot of easy ones.
Go for the easier ones. Also ones that like Full Void, for example. Go do Full Void. I got the easy combat diary done from doing Tob earlier. Which, by the way, we sent our first Tobs today. Me, Troll, Raccoon, and Mima all sent some pretty scuffed Tobs, and the timing was off for a couple of them. Like tanking Verzik is weird. Zarpus, the spitting phase, not P2, P3. Is weird. Nilo boss is slow because you're either doing a shit ton of damage or literally not attacking the boss because you don't bring a mage weapon in. But Tob still feels good because like now we know how to do it, and unless we're absolute shitters, we're oh baby, it's fun.
Yeah.
I got my fire cape last night. Wore it for the task, and then immediately sacrificed it for the Inferno because I needed to get my tier 6 relic. I'm enjoying the Ruinous Powers. I did go the Ruinous Powers route. I literally just unlocked Decimate like 5 minutes ago. So I think if we send to Chambies with the boys after this recording here, you see, I might get to test it out. But I've really been liking League so far. I started on my group Iron Man today while I was hunting tasks to do.
Good.
I got
say,
dude,
do it sooner than later.
I picked Trickster. I got my tier 3 relic, and I unlocked Desert within 2.5 hours. Like now I know how the YouTubers do it. Because once you know exactly what you're doing, it was stupid how quickly some of those points came in.
Yeah.
So
what's the alt account route you're going with?
I'm gonna go
picking the relics you don't like.
Pretty much, I'm gonna go. I think about literally all the relics I don't have so far. So it's gonna be Right now it's Trickster, Fairy, Fire Sale, and it's going to be Wizard. It's going to be the Magic Relic, into Bloodthirsty, the Slayer Relic, into what was the tier 6? God, what was it? Help me out. What was it called? The Farmer's Fortune. And then if I get to tier 7 or 8, I don't care. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
I've heard people going Berserker and Undying. They seem excited about that combo. So we'll see. And I think I'm going to go Desert, Kandarin, and then maybe Zaya, just so I can go with the boys. I don't know, though, because I don't know how far I see myself getting with the groupie. Because I got Fire Sale. I bought like 2 million Chaos Runes and went, okay, now what? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Because I could go to the Tazar shop and buy all the weapons, but I don't have the attack level to like equip any of them. So, yeah, that's where I'm at in leagues. I finished my Hellhound task. I gotta go get a new task from somebody, I guess. But yeah,
it's a good shout for me to do while we're recording is some Slayer.
That's what I'm doing. My Slayer is abysmal. And I only just got it to.
But mine's 27.
Well, mine's 6. I'm thinking like I'm going for a whip, so mine is only like 63. It's not great, you know. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself.
It's good.
Yeah.
We go at 7 more weeks. So
that we do. We got a lot of time to enjoy ourselves. If you could give one critique of the league so far, what would it be before we get into main title content?
I don't really have one, to be honest with you.
Nothing?
I mean, it's a small one, but this is purely just like engine work. When you have Globetrotter and Fairy Flight, it would be really nice if instead of like crossing out the regions you don't have unlocked, if you could just like not have them listed. Because like scrolling all the way down,
because that was going to be that was the critique I was going to have. Is that once?
Well, listen, if notably, that's the worst thing about this league, then the better teleports plugin. Troll says in the recording booth.
Better teleport menu? No shot.
Is there a plugin for this?
There's no way there's a plugin for this. Live on the podcast. Better teleport menu. Customize hotkeys. Huh? Hide disabled entries?
Oh, there you go. That's a lot better.
Shut the up, dude. This is troll. Oh my god. Better teleport menu. Hide disabled entries.
Hey, we have literally no critiques for this league. 0 critiques for the league. The word is out.
No critique. Let me see. Critiques for the league. Is there anything I could critique about the league that hasn't already been fixed with like clue scrolls?
Honestly, dude, this is a pretty good league. Like, we didn't have a delay. There was a slight delay. The first couple hours,
the Jagex launcher stuff.
If you had a Jagex account,
the Jagex,
apparently, apparently you couldn't get in if you had a Jagex account, which is so. I feel so bad for them. Like, it's not even like Jagex, you're idiots. Like, I feel bad because they're pushing these people to get accounts. They have a lot of incentives in the game. You get more bank space, you get more XP lamps.
Mm-hmm. And then this thing
that
happens.
Like,
dude,
like
come
that's
on.
just a bad
come
look,
on.
dude.
It's a
so
terrible
bad.
look. But
it was fixed, and it was a server issue, and it's fixed, and now we're fine. Like, they added more worlds, so we're all Gucci. And if you logged in on mobile, you could do it. So like, I actually started this league on mobile.
Same.
And I did all of
it on mobile.
Yeah.
It was great.
I did all of like the starting stuff. I did a couple tasks, and I was like, this is kind of boring because I want to be sitting at my computer. I want to be sitting at my computer.
Yep. Other than that, though, I mean,
I can't think of a single thing.
Yeah,
dude.
it's been hard to critique because I was truly going to say, I think the teleport interface is annoying. When you don't, like, once you get all your regions unlocked, you should be able to disable the ones that you will never be able to go to. Now that, okay, well,
unless you're on mobile or vanilla, it's good. You can just disable them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of.
I wonder what
I kind of wish they wouldn't have put Ruinous Powers up against Farmer's Fortune. I get it. I just wish they wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Not that they should have put Ruinous Powers up against. I feel like Ruinous Powers fits a lot better in the Treasure Seeker Bloodthirsty tier.
Oh, you think so?
Well, because if you think about it, Equilibrium, Farmer's Fortune, and Infernal Tools are all skilling, and Ruinous Powers is more of like a support thing, like Treasure Seeker and Bloodthirsty. I think it's like no matter what, they had to shoehorn Ruinous Powers in somewhere, right? Because it's competing with something that is which is good, right? That like we want it to be whatever, because people were talking like, oh, they should have just not had Ruinous Powers be in the tier with the farmer one. Well, if you don't swap it for anything, Equilibrium sucks, and Jagex knows that. That's why Ruinous Powers was in the tier that it's in. It's probably the only critique I have.
Yeah.
But
I'm not there yet, so I have no idea. Ooh, craft a Dragonstone amulet was a task.
Oh, you got a Dragonstone already? You lucky bastard.
Yeah, no, I did Soul Wars, and I got a crystal, or I got a loop half and a tooth half.
I just got a loop half. I still need the tooth half. But you know what? Speaking of teeth, Michael, you know what I need? I need to sink my teeth into some main title content, because it's been half an hour and we've not done anything.
Has it been half an hour already?
It's been half an hour. We've been talking about leagues and Thanksgiving plans. Speaking of Thanksgiving, though, folks, it is time. We are here. The transition is happening as we speak. Boom. We are in it. It is. That's right. It's tier list time again. Michael and I are going to be facing off for another year about Thanksgiving food. We did this a couple years ago. Some of you guys might remember. Way back in the day, we did this exact thing. God, like for one of our first Patreon extra episodes, I feel like.
Maybe.
It was one of the original ones, but this one has 50 entries. So we're talking about 50 different kinds of Thanksgiving food. And it's currently 9:30 at night for me on Sunday. So if you got a long drive or you do not want to listen to your family on Thanksgiving, this is the place for you to be, because let me tell you, we are going to be talking for a little bit. And spoiler alert, we are doing Achievement of the Week this week. So you guys... Even the second half is going to be pretty beefy. This is going to be a big episode. But
just buckle in. So,
right. What are we starting with, Michael? What are we starting with?
We have to get 2 up here so that we can. So we have to get 2 up here so that we can get all the options on the board. But man, do you want to start with easy ones, or do you want to like go into things based on categories?
Nah, let's get some easy ones up there. Let's see how we're doing easy, and see how we're feeling.
Okay. Croissant rolls.
Oh,
that's an easy one,
that's
right?
A tier. That's an easy A tier.
Okay,
like a crescent roll. That's easy.
A crescent roll. Yep. Biscuits.
I'll tell you what. I'm very biased when it comes to bread. Most bread's going to be in the A tier. If it's not in the A tier, it's in the S tier. So
yeah. So that's why I'm saying this is the easy tier. Because I'm a carbs man, so like if it's bread, I'm going to eat it.
I shouldn't be a carbs tier or a carbs man. My injured Achilles and stagnant lifestyle has not lent well to carbs. But what can you do?
You live
more cushion for the pushing this holiday season. I'm still single, folks.
Did you just say that?
I did, yes. You can apply within, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Spicing up Thanksgiving early for you guys. Biscuits, that's also A tier.
I would say, okay, I have an argument for biscuits.
Okay, Michael fucking loves biscuits, you guys. Before he even presents his argument, we went to fucking Bob Evans in Ann Arbor. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon after Michael flew in, or whatever time it was, and he's looking through the menu and he's like, Oxie, do I get biscuits and gravy? I'm like, dog, it's like the afternoon. He's like, no, shut up. Do I get biscuits and gravy? I love Bob Evans biscuits and gravy.
I'm going to blow your mind when I say what I'm about to say then, because I think biscuits alone are B tier, but biscuits with other things are A tier. So if we're just rating biscuits alone, like if gravy or, with like egg and sausage in between them, or jelly, or something. But like if we're just rating biscuits alone, I think they're B tier.
Are we factoring in for this argument? Are we factoring in what they are like when you split them open and put like turkey and mashed potatoes and just make like like the feral Thanksgiving sandwich? Are we including that at all?
I don't know. Can we add caveats to these things? Is that what you're asking? Because I don't think we should.
Then okay, I'm content to put biscuits in the B tier.
Okay.
Because my family never really does biscuits with Thanksgiving. This is a very interesting tier list because it is the most multicultural tier list I think Michael and I will have done. Because I can tell from experience there are foods here that like I've never had. 100% I've never had at Thanksgiving. There's just cultural differences in some of this stuff. And
are we gonna have to like skip some stuff?
I don't know if we'll have to skip it, but you know.
Where do I kill zombies, by the way? Is it the sewers in I think it's the sewers in Edgeville. Okay. Oh, I have okay, by the way, that task to make a Dragonstone, I have a glory and a combat bracelet.
Nice.
I think those are right now best in slot. Because I don't think we're not gonna get Barrow's gloves, right?
Regen's your best in slot.
Oh, regen. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's like I think that's the hardest choice out of the way because honestly, these next ones are all A tier. King's Hawaiian roll. Actually, I take that back.
I was gonna say
Hawaiian roll might be S tier.
I don't know if
we're talking.
That's A tier. I might put King's Hawaiian. I could put King's Hawaiian. I could be content to put King's Hawaiian in the S tier.
In the S tier. But where do dinner rolls fall? Because dinner rolls
also the S tier.
Okay, good.
Dinner rolls are the most accessible and easy piece of food.
Oh,
it transcends cultures and communities, and most importantly, time of day. It's 10 o'clock in the morning on Thanksgiving, and you have 400 dinner rolls. No one's going to miss one. Have one for breakfast. It's the middle of Thanksgiving dinner. What do you load your plate up with? That's right, dinner rolls.
3 more dinner rolls.
Because you got to put the stuff on your plate inside the dinner rolls, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 10:30 at night. You're full to the brim. You've had pie. You've had Thanksgiving dinner. You've had an afternoon of disappointment because historically the Lions get their shit pushed in on Thanksgiving. What do you reach for? Not a beer. Not a dessert. You reach for a dinner roll.
A lukewarm dinner roll.
The room temperature dinner roll, baby. You reach. That's the go-to. That's what I was having last night at the Friendsgiving. All the food was like still out, and I'm like, ooh, don't mind if I do. So
last night it wasn't technically Thanksgiving, but like a lot of the family got together last night for, I don't know, we were all just at my wife's mom and dad's property, and they bought like catered barbecue,
and
there was 2 boxes of dinner rolls. They had to be like at least 25 rolls in each box, and I had 5 of them. Nice. I have 5 dinner rolls last night.
Only 5? That's cute. So Swole, one of our Aussies in the recording booth chat, said, "You put fucking eggs with your chocolate chip biscuits. Can someone put a photo of what the fuck y'all mean biscuits and gravy?" So this is where the cultural disconnect might come into play for some of you. We don't mean cookies. We don't mean like a chocolate chip cookie, a chocolate chip biscuit. We mean like a flaky Pillsbury Doughboy
biscuits.
Yeah, like a bread that is flaky and falls apart. I don't know what that is called in other countries. Pillsbury Doughboy biscuits. Look it up. You'll get the idea. It's not a dessert, and it's not like
it's bread. It's like you take you put like the dough. You take the dough and you roll it out into thin layers, and you fold it, and then you roll it again, you fold it, you roll it again, you fold it, and then there's like hundreds or thousands of tiny layers of dough, and then you put them in little circles, make them into balls, put them in circles, and you bake them, and then they come out really flaky because of all the different layers of the dough.
Very good.
It's quite delicious.
But Yeah, all right. So that's the bread. No, we've got cornbread
No,
here too.
We got one more.
Cornbread.
Yeah, we got one more. Well, I was gonna say earlier, we should do this Thanksgiving Day style where we do the appetizers, then any sort of like miscellaneous, then maybe some drinks, and then we hit the main course.
All right, that's fine. We'll do that.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we could do that. So,
cornbread D tier.
Whoa. There's
Unless it's
no
in chili,
way.
I don't.
There is
like
no way
cornbread.
you are out here. See, like I said, folks, it's gonna be it's holiday fight night here at XP Based. There is no way they're recording with chat. It's like hold the phone.
Up.
Everyone is like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? Cornbread is not a D tier food.
Maybe
item.
I just haven't had a good cornbread then, because like it's always crumbling.
That's
and I have
the
to
point that it crumbles. I mean, okay, if it's too dry, it's gonna be like sand.
That's what I'm saying. It's
right?
all dry.
But if it's got it doesn't take much moisture for cornbread to be delicious.
They're calling for you to edit that out.
You better edit that shit out. No, I gotta leave it in. There's no way we let Michael have these wrong opinions and get away with it like that. Like we said, it's Oxie in the chat versus Michael. We did
that was the whole shtick on the stream last night.
Yeah. Cornbread, listen, cornbred is delicious.
Okay, what is, it's not D tier, then what is it?
I was going to say it's A tier. It's an A tier. Cornbread. Listen, you get fresh cornbread. You get the fresh cornbread with some honey. Oh my.
Listen, B tier compromise.
You in the B tier compromise for cornbread. I don't know if I can put cornbread in the B tier. I really don't. I feel like I'm disrespecting so much of this country by not putting cornbread in the A tier.
I may have just not had good cornbread, so I guess you can have it A tier.
I'll make you some good cornbread, baby girl. Okay. Next time you come on up, I'll make you some good cornbread. Okay. I'll just use the Jiffy box. But
sound off in the comments and in the recording video chat. Have you guys ever had cornbread with chili? Because that's where cornbread shines.
Okay, it's really good with chili. You want to know why? Because you've had some dry-ass cornbread, and the chili makes it not super dry anymore. I'll make you some good cornbread, Michael.
This is facts. Let's see. I need to get back to Dirt. So Slayer Master-wise, and sorry, I'm breaking off the leagues again. Slayer Master-wise, does it matter?
No, it doesn't. Every Slayer Master has the same master pool, and every Slayer Master gives the same amount of points.
Okay. Ooh, Hill Giants. That's Pog. All right, so up next, I feel like we need to dive into the appetizers. And the first one that I can see as a good appetizer is going to be deviled eggs. How are you feeling about deviled eggs? Are they an appetizer in your opinion?
They definitely are. Deviled eggs.
I love me some deviled eggs.
Holy
I am a deviled eggs devil. A fiend,
if you will.
He's
fiending for the deviled eggs.
But I don't think they're the best. Like they're not they're not the best thing got put on this earth. So if we were to put them anywhere, I think they're B tier. Like they're good, but I'm not salivating. I'm not like running up like I am for my other favorite or like my actual favorite food, which hold on. Is it on here? Yes, it is. Okay. I see it.
I wish I liked deviled eggs. I really do. The hard-boiled egg makes me want to throw up. I've never liked I know that's not what a deviled egg is. Yeah.
It's a hard-boiled egg, kind of, but
it's hard-boiled egg mixed with like mayonnaise and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I liked deviled eggs. I don't. I actually fucking hate hard-boiled eggs. Oh, whenever we do Easter, me and my mom and my sister still decorate Easter eggs every year. My sister and I are 27 and we're 25 and 27 years old. So for my mom, it's just like, oh my God, yeah, it'll be fun. Let's do it. And we just never really stopped doing it. They'll make like 2 dozen eggs to decorate and they will eat every single one in like 2 or 3 days. I will never touch one of them. We make ones for all of our pets too. So I'll make a calico colored one for B. And I'll be like, oh my God, here's a picture of me with my bee egg. eat it. I don't want this nasty ass thing.
Aw.
I wish I liked deviled eggs. I don't. I am content to put them in the B tier because you are a fiend for them. But man, this is like, don't even bother bringing these damn things. You know?
Wow. Who knew? Who knew there was such disdain for something so delicious?
It's not like violent disdain. Trust me, my violent disdain is coming, and it's not for deviled eggs.
Hell yeah. All right. B tier is fine. B tier is fine. What else are we thinking is an appetizer? Hold on. What is cabbage? I know what cabbage is, but like, what are they doing with this cabbage? And what is this? Is this okra?
What?
No,
that's collard greens. I'm
collard
pretty sure.
greens. Okay. Well, we may have to. Or hold on, roasted eggs? Is that a thing? Is that what this is? Roasted veggies? No, that's not a thing. We may have to move into drinks because I think if I'm looking at this,
all right,
that might have been the
appetizers
only
was easy,
appetizer?
I guess. I mean, appetizers in my family for Thanksgiving is like better made chips and country fresh sour cream and onion dip. My aunt always brings a fruit tray over. She's had the same tray for like 500 years.
Yeah.
And she always fills it with the pre-cut fruit from Nino Salvaggio's and brings it over.
Nice.
And then like when we go to my dad's for Thanksgiving, he always has like shrimp cocktail. We went over there, God, I think it was for Christmas, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't remember why. We went over there. Maybe it was Thanksgiving last year. I don't remember. We went over there and he's like, I got shrimp. I'll put it out before dinner's ready. And he put out the shrimp and it was really like gummy. I'm like, Dad, these shrimp are raw. He's like, no, they're not. They're pink. They're fine. I'm like, Dad, I swear to God, they're raw. Eat one. And he took a bite and he's like, it's a bit chewier than you'd think. I said, because they're not cooked. And I'm like, show me the bag you got them. And sure enough, peeled, deveined, raw shrimp. I'm like,
oh my gosh, Dad, no.
It was like a silly, like, okay, dude, just like toss them in a pan and we'll be fine. And that's exactly what he did. He tossed them in a pan and we ate them warm with cocktail sauce.
Oh, nice.
But
I don't think I've ever had shrimp cocktail because I'm not a big shrimp guy. I'm not like a seafood man. I'll eat it, but it's not my go-to meal of choice.
My dad and I will destroy particularly shellfish.
Well, you live by the ocean.
I do not.
Some sort of, you live by water. And so
I am so far from the ocean.
I want to tell you, Oxie, the closest ocean I have for me is like 6 to 8 hours away.
The Gulf of Mexico?
Yes.
Michael,
the closest major body of water is 6 to 8 hours. Like you live maybe a couple of hours from a Great Lake. And so any sort of seafood that you have is going to be way, way fresher than what I can get.
I mean, that's, again, Michael, jumbo shrimp don't come from Lake Huron. Sure, lobster, crab, they don't come from freshwater lakes.
It's so water,
they're equally as fresh. Technically, they should be fresher from you because you live closer to an ocean than I do.
No, I don't. How close is the Atlantic Ocean to you? Gotta be less than
like a 16-hour drive. What
is it really?
Dude, okay. I have to go all the way down through Michigan. I've got to go through Ohio, Pennsylvania, and then just push straight through to the East Coast. But realistically, I've got to go like up through New York, or I've got to go down through like North Carolina to get to the
logic,
ocean.
Right? Here's my logic. If you
I got a tooth half key. Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
We're chilling.
If you live close to a Great Lake, which you do, then at least some sort of chip can make it there from an ocean, I'm assuming. Let me see if these lakes
Michael, oh my God, you guys, Michael has not looked at the route to get from a Great Lake to the ocean. He does not know how long that takes.
Let's see.
Oh my God. It's possible, Michael. It's possible. It's not
that route. The Gulf of St. Lawrence, you're there, buddy.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, all that to say, a lot of the appetizers I have in my family, I've not seen. So, Anyways, drinks. Let's do drinks.
All right, let's do drinks. Wine.
That's
Our boys
S
are
tier.
wine.
S tier all the way. If you don't think we're getting swifty on Thanksgiving is arguably the most intoxicated I get with my family on a consistent basis. Oh yeah. Well, we show up. So my aunt likes to make her punch. It's basically my aunt's like Thanksgiving punch is whatever liquor she can find in the house, and then a whole bottle of cranberry juice to even it out a little bit. And it's brutal. It'll get you drunk really quick. That's just my Aunt Becky who hosts the event. My Aunt Patsy shows up. I come, but my mom's side is like basically alcoholics. I don't understand. They show up. They bring all sorts of liquor and mixed drinks. They'll break out the espresso martinis. They'll break out the strong islands, which are Long Islands, but with a lot less Coke in them. And then, me and my mom and my sister always bring a bunch of wine and a bunch of beer and all that. So I am always very intoxicated on Thanksgiving, especially before we eat. Because, again, historically, the Lions play on Thanksgiving. And since they're the Lions, you gotta drink to get through it. Usually. Gotcha. But this year's been different. This year's, we're going all the way, baby. The Lions are taking it all home this year, baby.
Keep telling yourself that.
They're 8-2 for the first time in 60 years, Michael.
What?
This is our year, baby.
Hell yeah. So my experience with Thanksgiving has always been, I got a giant champion scroll on leagues.
Sheesh.
Not a task though. My experience with Thanksgiving is always like house hopping. So it generally starts at early afternoon. Sometimes we do like Thanksgiving brunch / lunch.
Turkey lunch, baby. It's been a staple in my family too. Turkey lunch.
Yeah. So like I'm never in one place enough to get Xpwaste. And now that I have a child, I think that's even going to be, not now that I have him. He was here. This will be his third Thanksgiving or second Thanksgiving. So it's never a thing for me to drink wine and these drinks. And funny enough, we said drinks, but there's like this and then sparkling grape juice.
And cider, I'm pretty sure. Cider's
Where's
on
cider?
There. Spice cider, yeah.
I'm not seeing it, but I'd be content with this in the S tier because wine's good.
We do quite a bit of house hopping too. We go to my dad's for turkey lunch, and it's usually like a small thing where it's like turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, shrimp, a little bit of wine, maybe some dessert, maybe a coffee, and we're there for a couple of hours. But because my aunt on my mom's side lives so close to where my dad is, we go from my dad's to my aunt's, and then that's when we start drinking, usually. Because what we've done in the past is we get there early, we drop my mom off at my aunt's, or my mom drops us off at my dad's. She goes to my aunt's, and then we get picked up or we drive there later.
Nice.
So, because I know what you mean when it comes to house hopping, and as a house hopping kid between parents' locations, sometimes you gotta drink. You gotta get absolutely blasted to get through Thanksgiving. But
I'm kind of fortunate enough to have my parents be on pretty good terms the last couple of years, and it's never been an issue of like, it has been an issue in the past, but I would say at least for like the last 5 or 6 years, they've been on terms to where we all have Thanksgiving as a family, and it's really only hopping between my family and my wife's family. So
we don't do that
in there, and it adds a whole new level of like trying to get around.
I wouldn't know. Like I said, still single. Apply within. Wink, wink.
Whack whack.
Sparkling juice.
Sparkling juice.
Unlike
wine. Are you 10?
So this is why I know you don't hang out with my family, because if you're 10, you still could get champagne, just depending. You really shouldn't. Like, there are some ages of kids where, like, no, you are too young for champagne, but, like, you hit, like, 13 years old, I don't care. I'll pour my 13-year-old cousin a glass of champagne so he can feel cool, drink it, and go, oh, Matthew, this is terrible. And I go, yeah, I know. So I have 2 glasses of champagne.
Oh.
But, you know,
is it champagne or is it just like non-alcoholic sparkling?
No, it's champagne. They have like that Welch's, for people. No, Welch's this is like that's like Welch's sparkling juice. That shit sucks.
So are we just gonna call this champagne then?
Is that sparkling juice or is that champagne?
It's Welch's sparkling grape juice.
Then that's like at least D tier.
Can we just say that this is champagne then? Because what are you 10? Like you drinking sparkling grape juice?
Soggy Waffle says it sucks till you spike it with booze, which is literally just champagne.
Which is champagne. So what? B, C, B? I don't know.
Okay, here's the thing. If it's sparkling grape juice, it's D tier. If it's champagne, put that bitch up in the A tier.
Okay, champagne A tier. Oxie's not an alcoholic, guys. It's totally fine.
Dude, you've seen me in person. I don't drink a ton.
No, you don't.
And I've recently been having the issue where I have a lot of trouble getting drunk. Like, I think the other day when we did Song of the Elves, I drank an entire bottle of wine before we did the quest. So I was a little tipsy. But I don't know why. I think, being 4'11" or however tall I am lends to a higher tolerance. But I don't drink very often. Like, I'll have like 2 blue moons and be like, yeah, it's time to go to bed. I don't know. I don't get drunk super, super often.
Yeah, which is fine.
Thanksgiving just happens to be one of those days.
One of those days, dude.
It's gonna happen.
Spiced? Cider spiced? Never had it.
Oh, it's not bad. I put it in like B, maybe.
B? Okay.
Yeah. It's more of a Christmassy thing to get like the spiced or like the mulled stuff, but
okay. So we've got all of the appetizers and all of the drinks. I think we should go main course and then dessert.
We go vegetables first for the main course?
Yes. Veggies first on the main course. Kicking us off in the veggie category, Brussels sprouts.
Hear me out.
Okay, I'm hearing
you. If they're cooked correctly, Brussels sprouts can kind of
I don't think I've ever had good Brussels sprouts. Like, I gotta be honest, anytime it's come up as like canned Brussels sprouts dumped into a pot, boiled for a little bit, and like served on a plate.
What type of prison diet are you on that you're taking canned Brussels sprouts and boiling them? What the hell?
Who knows, dude?
Oh my God. No, dude. The secret, you get the fresh Brussels sprouts. They're super cheap because cartoons made everyone think Brussels sprouts were gross as a kid, right? We had Popeye really liking spinach, and then we went straight to Brussels sprouts are the devil in like the 80s and 90s, and then we've never recovered. Brussels sprouts have never recovered. You buy the fresh ones. You cube them. Not like cube them. You cut them into fourths. You get them on a rack with some olive oil. Give them a real good seasoning, right? Because Brussels sprouts do have a bit of an earthy tinge to them, you know? You gotta season them well, roast them until they're nice and brown. Not golden brown, right? You gotta get them nice and crispy. Then you take the bites. Oh, that's when Brussels sprouts are good. Yeah. They're not my favorite vegetable, but I'd be more than happy to stick Brussels sprouts in the B tier. B for Brussels, baby.
B for Brussels. Okay. I mean, you convinced me. Like, I think if we're being very honest with ourselves, a little bit of a disclaimer for this tier list. I will probably think it's bad just because I haven't had it cooked properly. So I'm here to let Oxie educate me a bit on some of these that I think are kind of an outrageous take. There are other ones that are going to be an outrageous take that are not a matter of poor cooking. but we'll get into that. Next up, we have,
I was gonna
you
say,
said it,
we're gonna get violent.
spinach. You said it earlier, so why don't you say it? Spinach. I like spinach. Whether it's cooked or raw, I think that it can be great. And if you throw a little bit of a artichoke dip in there, spinach is good. I'm kind of like, well, I know spinach artichoke dip for the Thanksgiving. Who knows? But
No, spinach artichoke dip is good.
Yeah, but that's
Are you
not on
talking-
this list. It just says spinach, just like cooked spinach. No, not your cup of tea.
There's very few vegetables in this world I genuinely don't like.
And it's
Unfortunately, spinach is one of them. I'm not
like C tier, D tier.
Listen, where would
Is it
you
low?
put spinach?
D
Spinach.
tier.
Chaos Cleric says spinach is just wet leaves. That's absolutely correct.
I mean, it is wet leaves, right? 'Cause,
Where
like,
would
you
you-
have to cook it? B
where would
tier.
you put it?
Sorry, C tier, B tier, B tier,
B tier or C tier? Pick a lane.
B.
B. I could put spinach
for
in the B
bussin'.
tier because I at least have respect for spinach and I will eat spinach in things.
Yeah.
I will never make this at Thanksgiving for myself unless
No,
somebody
it's-
requests it.
It's kind of a weird choice, if I'm being honest. Like if there's things we're putting effort into, it's not spinach. And then the next one up is creamed spinach, which why?
Let's put that one a tier lower because the texture, it's just
Yeah, creamed. I've never had it, but just like the thought of it, it's not doing things for me. You know, it's not.
It looks like goose poop.
It's
I don't
not.
like it.
Yeah, we can take a sharp left turn and go a different direction, and one that's actually good is asparagus. Little trees, kind of trees, little stalks. This is definitely A tier for me. I love
yeah.
asparagus.
I concur.
Asparagus
Asparagus, right?
is
Get it
so
up there,
good.
baby. Get it up there in the A tier.
Yeah, asparagus is like, it's one of the better vegetables that you have on Christmas and Thanksgiving. I guess why Christmas.
Do you hold on? Do you
Thanksgiving.
only eat asparagus for holidays?
Sometimes we'll get fancy, and if like you're having a birthday dinner or like a really nice like family get together, we'll do it. Or actually, I've never really even made it for myself. It's always been like my mom makes it or my brother makes it for us.
Oh man, I get asparagus all the time. It
Oh.
is my favorite thing to have with steak, and it's my favorite thing to have with
Steak.
salmon.
Yes.
So here's the tack, right? You get the asparagus, you get the big old stalks, right? Cut them like a third of the way down because you can eat them whole. You'll get a lot
Yeah.
more asparagus out of it. It just
Yeah.
IMO, it doesn't taste as good, right? I like the thin asparagus because I think it crisps up a little bit better in the oven. You can grill them, but if you have like a regular grill with like grates on top, you got to cook them on tinfoil, which can be a pain in the ass. Or if you have a flat top like me, sometimes they don't always cook evenly on each side, so you got to like roll them around. It's a pain in the ass. I just
Hold
prefer
on.
to bake them.
Somebody in the recording booth. It started with Felty Fox. They said asparagus makes for strong pea smells, and then Alex Anchor says stinky pea sticks. Gross.
It is true. So I never like to bring that up because I was once at a dinner with my neighbors. They had recently moved in. We had these childhood family friends. The Sullivans lived behind us, and they moved out after a couple of years. And the people who moved in behind them were nice enough, and they had a daughter who got along with my sister. And one night, they invited us over for dinner. The stepdad who was there, his name was Mike. We were having dinner, they made it, and then we're just like sitting around eating, and unprompted, he's like, "Oh my God, you guys know about that asparagus pea? It's just the worst, isn't it?" Like, unprompted, nobody talked about it. Everyone was eating. And every time I think to myself, like, man, the asparagus piss smell after is a terrible side effect of a great vegetable. I always think back to that awkward interaction and think to myself, wow, I never want to be that guy. So I never bring it up. Ever.
Oh gosh, I've never experienced that. I don't.
Because
And
you
thank
don't
you
eat
for
it enough.
ruining it for me.
You got to
Thank you
eat an
for-
entire stalk with a piece of salmon. I'm not an entire bushel with a piece of salmon like I do.
I eat like 5 pieces, like max. 5 or
See,
6.
that's why you're not eating enough. You're not eating enough, dude.
Maybe you argue I'm eating just the right amount. Because if I'm not experiencing the pea smell, maybe I'm eating just the right amount. Maybe you're eating too much.
You can't have too much of a vegetable.
You can, apparently, if it tastes like pea.
It doesn't taste like pea. It tastes like asparagus. The pea smells like asparagus, and it's off-putting.
Oh, wait. The after pea?
Yes.
Like your pea?
Yes. The initial piss after asparagus will smell like asparagus, and it's not good.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that much asparagus. Okay. Moving on.
Avengor says this sure is a conversation. You see what I mean? And now I'm like Mike. You know, I don't want to be
that guy, actually.
I don't want to be this guy.
You're that
but it
guy.
got brought up and you had to bring it up. Asparagus easily A could be S, but I'll put it in A. Content with that.
Peas are up next.
You want the most, from what I have learned as an adult, to be controversial vegetable opinion?
Yes.
Slap these sons of bitches right up in the S tier.
Peas?
I love peas so much.
No.
I love peas. All right, now the recording booth chat's turned on me a little bit.
These are not S tier. No.
They came in droves. Oxie, what the fuck? Dude, okay.
You and Cleric need to go on a date.
You get
or something,
some good.
He's like all for
Cleric lives like 2 hours away from me.
I know.
We're just gonna eat cans of peas together and flip you guys off.
Oh gosh,
for the next Xpwaste meetup. No, dude, they are so good. You steam them. Oh baby, they're perfect. They're little squishy balls of deliciousness. They're very sweet. Oh, they're so. I can't think of a single thing wrong with peas. If you feed them to babies, there's no reason you shouldn't like them.
Okay, sure. That you could say that for a lot of things. Like, have you had baby food?
I haven't. I've heard it's not very good because there's no salt. Because you can't like give salt to babies.
It has no flavor. It's a puree of all the vegetables. Peas to me are not S tier, but they're definitely not below B tier. I would put them right next to spinach if I was doing this alone. So you're going to have to give me something better than they're nice and squishy and they're sweet, because sure, that could be said for a lot of things.
The thing is, there's not, okay, my pea stands in the chat right now. There's not much more to peas than just they're squishy and sweet.
Right. I'm with Seppi J. I'm not saying we don't like them, but I'm also saying that they're not S tier. You're going to put them next to dinner rolls? Are you kidding me?
Dude, I don't think you understand. I love peas. I don't make them for myself very often, but man, I am all over that shit. I love it.
So they're not on the same level as asparagus, though. That's what's hard for me. Is if I'm looking, like, we just had an amazing conversation about asparagus. We were on the same page.
I don't know if it was an amazing conversation.
It ended in a weird turn, but like we're like, yeah, A tier, baby, go. And then you had to hit me with peas in the S tier. Okay, I mean, we could put them in the A tier. I want you to have something, and maybe this is your something.
Trust me, if I'm not going to get my something, because I already know what my something is going to be, and I'm not going to get what I want.
Are you remembering the last time we had this conversation?
I am, and I'm not going to get what I want from this conversation. I'm content to have peas in the A tier. How does that sound?
That's
A tier compromise, as my friend
A tier
compromise.
A tier compromised. Okay. We have a couple more green vegetables, and then we're moving into like the not so common ones. green beans.
This is
I think
it.
we've talked about this. Is
it. The gloves are coming off, baby.
This is the one.
This is and this is not a joke. Michael, you go ahead first because I don't want to throw off your vibe. Why don't you go ahead and open this one up for us?
I absolutely
Somebody
love green
just
beans.
left the recording booth chat. They're like, I don't want to know what's about to happen.
I absolutely love green beans.
Oh,
I can't explain it. Actually, I can. So I have a really fond memory of green beans because at my Nana's house growing up, she would actually grow green beans fresh. Or I was just a dumb, 7-year-old and I thought that they were fresh.
No, green beans are super easy to grow. I don't know if you grow them in the fall necessarily, but they are. If you went over there in like late spring, early summer, she probably did because green beans are very, very easy to grow.
So we would sit in the kitchen with a big bowl of green beans and we would just snap off the ends and then we would cook them up. And then as a treat, she would let us eat the raw ones because they're really good raw. And so we'd just snap it off the ends, eating the green beans. And then we'd have homemade hamburgers, green beans, a little bit of mac and cheese. And that was our dinner. And so, I don't know. Green beans are good. And I would put them in the A tier. I don't think they're S tier for me, but they're definitely at least A tier. I could compromise it B tier because I have something better that involves green beans that I will not compromise on that we need to talk about after this. But A tier, it could be A tier or B tier. I'm gonna let you spew some nonsense and then we'll figure it out.
All right. Folks at home, folks in the recording booth chat, Michael, I will say this with my entire chest. Green beans are, without question, the single worst vegetable ever cultivated by human beings. Green beans taste like dirt. They are awful.
They don't taste like dirt. What green beans have you had?
Dude, they're flying off in the chat. I wish you guys could see what the chat looked like right now because they are flying in with their responses. Green beans.
Hell, dude?
They're mad at me for peas with the audacity to say the truth. Green beans.
I don't get it.
Suck. I do not have a picky palate. I grew up with a grandmother who said, Maddie, you're not allowed to say you don't like it unless you try it. This is the woman who was like, hey, you know where all the nutrients come from in broccoli? The water. Drink the room temperature water we boiled the broccoli in. And you go, you know what? It just tastes like broccoli. That's not too bad. I'm not a picky person. Green beans can burn in hell. They are awful.
Okay, where would you put them? The get out of here tier?
I would put them in if you bring them, you're not allowed at Thanksgiving tier. But yes, I would put them in the lowest tier possible.
No, Oxie.
Like I said, I'm not going to get what I want.
But that's your opinion.
Dude, oh my God.
Oh
people are calling to end the episode in the recording booth chat. They don't want to hear it anymore.
This is insane. Well, I guess I would. How do we compromise on this?
We fight to the death. We didn't compromise.
What's the compromise here?
We didn't compromise on peas in the A tier for this. People are so mad. Seppi J says, Oxy, have you ever had green bean casserole? I have, as
Funny
a
you
matter
should
of
say
fact,
that.
Seppi J. And you're going to be surprised to find out that green bean casserole is the most atrocious side you can have at Thanksgiving. I would have cranberries before I had green bean casserole. And you can put that on my fucking chest. Green beans suck balls.
No.
Sorry.
No. Okay, we have to bring it back. We have to bring this back. Green beans solidly in the A tier. And I can't let you get away with this. Because the only other thing that's better than green beans is green bean casserole. And that goes in the S tier.
I once had we once had a Thanksgiving a couple years ago. Actually, during the first Trailblazer League, we were at the store getting stuff for Friendsgiving, and I was with my best friend Sydney, and she doesn't like. She'll come over and she'll eat a little bit, but like cooking, she's never super jazzed about. We were talking about Friendsgiving, and she's like, "Oh my god, Matthew, I want to make green bean casserole." And I had never seen her so excited about food my whole life. So I just sort of gritted my teeth and went, "That's a great idea." So she we were together. She bought everything. The day of the Friendsgiving came, she made the dish, and it was like beautifully presented. It was made perfectly. She brought it over in a little glass thing. We kept it warm or whatever. I took the tiniest fucking sliver from the side, maybe 8 green beans total on my plate. I got through 2 of them and didn't eat anything else. Like, I cannot do this. And she asked at one point, because it was the only thing left on my plate. She's like, "Oh, did you not like the green bean casserole?" I'm like, green bean casserole is the worst. It is just objectively the worst. And the light that left her eyes when I told her that, I'm like, I couldn't bear to see you not enjoy the food, but wow, it could have been anything else. I despise green bean casserole. That said, she took it and ate the whole thing in like 2 days because she loves it.
Exactly.
But I hate it. I've always hated it. Even as a child, my mom was like, "Yeah, green beans were never your thing as a baby." Or maybe I ate them as a baby and then something changed. I don't know. They're gross. They changed the recipe for green beans. I don't know what it was.
So you know what green beans are? It's just the things that peas are before peas get turned into peas.
No, that is not the same thing. Sweet peas and green beans are not the same vegetable.
Sure. Anyway, green beans, solidly in the A tier. Green bean casserole. This is my one. You cannot have it. You cannot protest.
We don't have a 1.
We get a 1.
Thanksgiving.
We get a 1.
This is
what I am.
You're saying
this is
we get
75% of my plate is going to be green bean casserole. And I cannot argue with you another minute about it. We need to move on.
Green bean casserole is this, and I'm gonna say it just so you guys understand. It is unequivocally the worst dish at Thanksgiving.
And that is your opinion.
That is correct.
No, it's not.
It's
the worst.
It is
I can think of
correct.
so many worse dishes.
Like what?
Jellied cranberry sauce, sweet potatoes. So many.
Sweet potatoes?
Nah, get them out of here.
Oh my god, the versatile sweet potato.
Are we moving on to sweet potatoes
of the beautiful?
Because we're not ready for
Yukon Gold.
We are not
Don't
ready
think
for
I've forgotten
yet.
about your shitty green bean placement here on this. You're not trying to. You're. There's no fucking way you're shitting on sweet potatoes right now.
Well, we haven't talked about starches yet, so we need to hold that back. Oh my gosh,
we gotta hold off on the starches.
We have corn on the cob. We have
I cannot believe
collard
we are
greens.
letting Michael get away with
We
this.
have roasted veggies.
Somebody out there is on my side, and I just want you to know that you're heard by me. Okay, green beans suck, and I will keep that on my chest forever.
Here. Yeah, and somebody out there is like, "Man, Michael's right. Peas are
Why
just
are people?
the worst."
People are spamming. People are spamming green bean casserole gifts in the fucking recording booth chat right now.
It's such a good time, man.
I need someone's got to take over for me. This is the worst.
Well, we could just move on. Corn on the cob.
Oh, chief.
S tier, baby.
Corn on the cob is not a Thanksgiving food.
What?
Corn
What?
is. Corn, okay. I understand it's
How do you
literally
say
the same
corn
vegetable.
is, but corn on the cob is not. It's the
corn on
same
the cob
thing.
is a barbecue vegetable. You have that in the summer with hot dogs and
No.
burgers. You're wearing something like this. You're barely wearing a shirt. You're hanging out with the family. You're hanging out with the boys. You're on the water.
Versatile.
Corn on the cob is not a Thanksgiving dinner.
It's versatile.
Corn off the cob. the decobbed corn, as it were.
That's difference.
The presentation.
The way you eat it. One has a fork and one has your face. So what?
Technically, they both end in your face. It's just,
But you're using your mouth. Like, you're using your face to eat
You've
corn
never
on the
picked
cob.
up a handful of corn and gone...
Can't say I have, and if this is the year, then this is the year, baby.
This is the year, baby. Get her going.
Get her going. Corn on the cob, though. If you're okay, maybe you look at it through the lens of this is corn, and I'll look at it through this is the lens of this is the corn on the cob. But like, where are you putting it?
If it's actual corn, not corn on the cob.
Actual corn.
Corn on the cob,
corn on the cob
weird
is actual
for
corn.
Yes, okay. I understand that. I get it. Corn on the cob. It shouldn't be cobbed. Decob, cobless, boneless corn.
You're going to tell the corn how to live its life?
I am, yes. I prefer my corn boneless on Thanksgiving. If the corn is boneless, we can stick it in the A tier. No, we'll stick it in the B tier. Because humans can't digest corn.
That's not a reason to drop it down to tier. It's delicious. Okay, you said A tier, and I'm rolling with it. Creamed corn, a little bit worse. I don't know. Creamed corn is okay.
Dude, I feel like I never can tell the difference. We could stick it in the same category. I wouldn't care.
Okay. I mean,
I've only ever had it out of a can. So
yeah, I've never had like real homemade creamed corn.
I don't know. How do you cream corn?
You just cream it? I don't know.
Dog.
Buy a drink first?
Well, folks, it's been fun. Hope you have a good family-filled Thanksgiving.
Okay. Are yams a vegetable?
They
Candied
are.
Yams?
Candied yams are they're like a dessert vegetable, but yes, they are.
Okay, so are you moving? Wait, collard greens. I have no opinion on collard greens. I'm not sure if you've had them since last time we talked. But I have.
I had collard greens way back in the day. I think I had them made fresh and made correctly one time. Yes, I gotta tell the story now. So way back in the day, I used to work at a group home for people with traumatic brain injuries. I was the only man that worked at the house, and on the afternoon shift, I was the only white person. So, and I had to work on Thanksgiving, right? I loved the girls I worked with. Shout out to the girls at the afternoon shift over there. Oh my God, I loved it. I was working Thanksgiving, and we needed to like buy a few things at the store, right? Because they just didn't have everything they need. So they sent me to the store for smoked turkey, yams, and I want to say it maybe was collard greens. They just said greens though. And they sent me to the store, and I was gone for maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes at Walmart, and they FaceTimed me. And they said, we realize we sent the white boy out for Black Thanksgiving. And they're like, what do you have in the cart right now? I said, well, I got a couple big old sweet potatoes. I got some smoked turkey from the deli, but the deli counter isn't open, so it's just the stuff in the package. And I'm looking at the salads right now, and they're all like, this is why you don't send the white boy for Black Thanksgiving. It was all the wrong stuff. Because apparently smoked turkey is something very different. Yams are sweet potatoes, but they're different. They're very differently prepared. And the greens were not a salad, it was collard greens. So I had to like sit on the phone with them and search for what we were looking for. And we did eventually find it. I didn't mind the collard greens. They were okay. They're about like the same tier probably as like regular spinach for me. Like,
okay.
They're not my go-to. Trust me, I definitely did not grow up with them. That is not. I think that is a black culture food, which like not in a bad way. Food is different in different cultures. I did not grow up with that, so I don't have a connection to it. But the one time I had it made correctly, it was all right.
B tier?
I'm fine with the B tier.
Okay.
That was a great Thanksgiving. I learned a
Nice.
lot about not white Thanksgiving. It was
Yeah.
great because we also had a Korean client who was there too. So we had like Korean food as part of the Thanksgiving. It was a wild time. It was a wild evening. It was great. Thoroughly enjoyed it. But
Nice. Let's see. Are we getting into the starches, or is like
we got roasted veggies on there.
roasted veggies?
Can't
Okay,
be-
I mean,
yeah,
can't go wrong with roasted veggies, right?
I put these in the A tier.
B A
You really
tier?
don't
Okay.
beat roasted veggies.
Hard. It's hard to mess them up. You're literally just putting vegetables that you've cut up into something to roast them.
Nate Dogg says you haven't lived until you're soju drunk on
Oh
Thanksgiving.
hell yeah!
Dude, I don't doubt it. I've never had soju. But I imagine. Cuz it's like basically just liquor, right? That's basically all that is. I don't know.
Could be. Wait, what is cabbage? I know what cabbage is, but this doesn't look like cabbage.
So
what are they saying that this is? Is it
this
like
is probably
fried cabbage?
like a roasted cabbage.
Roasted cabbage? Okay.
Let me-
Cabbage is all right. It has kind of a doo-doo taste. A doo-doo
I don't think
smell.
it has-
It is.
I don't think it has a. It's probably sautéed cabbage, maybe.
B
I'm
tier?
looking it up. These are like the white people recipes,
All right.
sautéed cabbage or whatever.
B
I've
tier,
had
probably.
kimchi, which is cabbage, and that is one of the most humbling foods on earth. Because it is very rare to have a vegetable that is cold, a vegetable served out of the refrigerator cold that burns like an inferno.
Ooh.
It is a very humbling experience to
Nice.
take a bite and go, yeah, I'll try anything once, and then just be like spitting fire out of your mouth. It's something.
Hmm.
Kimchi is the IPA of vegetables.
Oh,
Soggy
nice.
Waffles has hit the nail on the head.
All right. So we've got a couple more veggies. Okay. Cranberry sauce. Is that
Where
a
did we land on
vegetable, or is that a
cabbage?
side?
Do we put cabbage? I would put cabbage.
Oh, cabbage
honest-
B tier.
Really? Would you put it in the B tier?
Is it A tier to you?
No. I don't.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest fan.
Then let's put it in the C tier.
Yeah,
Sitting comfy.
Sitting comfy in the C tier.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Another one is candied yams. We've landed on that being
They're starchy. They're good.
they're starchy. Are we moving into starches now? Because I think all the vegetables are gone. Yeah. Let's move into starches. Candied yams.
mean,
I've never had them.
They're good. They're
good.
very sweet. Like sweet
a dessert?
potatoes. Yes and no. Like sweet potatoes are obviously a little bit sweeter. You make them with a little bit of brown sugar in there when you mash them together. You know, maybe you put the marshmallows on top for like sweet potato casserole, for example. Candied yams are like almost like caramelized. They're very sweet. They're very soft. They're
Okay.
not quite dessert food, but they're
I could get
pretty
behind
good.
that. I could get behind that.
I would. This was
Like
one of
A tier?
the Black Thanksgiving revelations that I was like, damn,
Okay.
I need to know how to make this not out of a can. That's all they had
Yeah.
left at the store was the stuff in the can. But man, it was. I'd put it in the A tier. I'd put the candied yams up in the A tier.
Okay. Yeah, I've never had it, but from your description, sounds like something I could go hard on because I do like me some starches. And speaking of starches, we have the best one that you could ever have, and that is the S tier baked potato. You okay with that one?
Yeah.
I don't care how you have your baked potato. Any way you slice it, it's an S tier food.
Usually right down the middle for me.
Exactly. Okay, I have a controversial statement or a controversial question for you and the recording booth chat. Do you eat the entire potato or do you just eat the gooey center?
100%. I eat the whole thing. If it's cooked perfectly, if it's cooked perfectly, right? Slice it down the middle, right? Just like this. You get a little bit of butter in there. And then what do? You load that bitch up with hot sauce. Put a little cheese on there. Oh my God. I'll eat the whole, I'll pick it up like it's a potato boat at a restaurant. Yeah. I'll eat the whole damn thing. The crispiness on the bottom of the skin. Fork. It's so soft. Then you get that extra little bonus crunch at the end. Oh,
it seems like we're in agreement here because I am also an entire potato man. And sometimes I literally don't even cut it. I'll just take the whole baked potato and eat it like a banana. You know what I mean? Just like the whole thing all at once. And it's so versatile. Like you could put brisket in there. You could put whatever you want in a baked potato. You could just have butter. Literally just butter. And it's still S tier.
Oops, all butter.
But if you get some salt on the outside, some like good, like thick, kosher salt on the outside, and then you bake it, ooh, you're in for a treat.
So good.
So, baked potato, S tier. Sweet potato,
S tier.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Slow down a bit.
No. What were you gonna say?
If you were talking to Michael, and I was 2010, 2011 Michael, this would be in the get it out of here. But every year that I've lived, I feel like I've gone up a quarter of a tier. Every year since then, I've got up a quarter of a tier. So like, it's been how long since 2010? Like 12 years or something. So it could be in the B tier for sweet potato because I like sweet potato fries. And maybe I just haven't had a proper sweet potato with whatever you put in it. Because to me, if it's sweet, it's not a main course meal. Like it kind of throws me off. Like my palate is weird because there are certain things that people die for. And there are certain things that people dislike, and I'm sometimes the opposite. Like cantaloupe. Who eats cantaloupe?
Cantaloupe is awesome.
I hate cantaloupe. Get it out of here.
We can't it's just anywhere.
It's a weird
Genuinely
texture.
Can't take him anywhere.
It's a weird flavor. And the same thing goes for sweet potato. Like it's a weird texture, flavor, sweet combination for me.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm saying I've grown to like it more. I wouldn't even touch sweet potato growing up. It was like you and green beans, man. Like irrationally not good. But the more that I've grown,
it's irrational when something's objectively bad.
It's not.
Let's settle that right now.
Objectively and opinionatively, or whatever it is, very different. Very different.
I've surveyed 50,000 people around the world. Green beans are the least liked vegetable.
So you've surveyed less than like point
vote. Michael, you only need 1,000 people.
Small town
you
in Texas.
only need 1,000 people in a study to make it representative of the population.
That's insane. The entire population,
50,000 people. 50. Well, it's representative with like the statistics and the bell curves and shit like that. It's usually how things average out, right? 50,000 people, not a single one of them said they like green beans. Most universally hated vegetable. No one.
Who did you?
Random samples across the nation, across the world. 50,000 people of all different cultures from all different countries.
I highly doubt every single one of the 50,000 said no.
This is the worst vegetable in the world.
Did you just make 50,000 accounts and do the survey that many times?
I did not.
It's like, oh my gosh. That's a lot of people for every single one to say no.
Well, guess what? It's because green beans suck.
They really don't. Maybe you have that weird gene where just like certain foods are not good.
I don't.
And maybe
I think
that's
that
how
only
I feel
applies
about,
to cilantro.
Maybe that's how I feel about sweet potatoes. Okay, so if you're taking my opinion off the table, which is fine,
I'm putting sweet potatoes right up there in the A tier.
A tier?
I'm putting them right up there in the A. I don't think they transcend like a baked potato does.
I was gonna say if you say S tier, we're leaving.
I don't think they're quite baked potato level. I don't think they're quite wine or dinner rolls. I don't know why green bean casserole's in the S tier. It literally
I got one.
It offends
and it's
me.
My one.
It offends me that it's.
You still haven't chosen your one.
because I don't know what wild ass opinions you're gonna have. You're gonna tell me, "Oh, roasted turkey tastes bad." I'm gonna put that in the S tier to spite you. I'll put sweet potatoes in the A tier because there's something about them. I really like them.
Make it into fries. Make them into fries.
How old are you?
31.
Oh my god.
I'm 31.
Oh my god. You're still 30 today, baby.
Technically. What's next? Any more starches?
I think we do. We've got mashed potatoes. We've got green bean casserole. Not green bean casserole, sweet potato casserole. And then technically we've got stuffing and sausage stuffing too.
Is that okay? Okay. So mashed potatoes are equally as good as baked potatoes. I think, yes, you're taking the really good part. You're taking the skin away. But the fact that you just like load it up with butter, you load it up with like whatever you want. You can put gravy on it. I like to take all of my meat. Like I'll cut my meat up into little chunks. I take a fork full of meat and then I'll just right into the mashed potatoes and get a double helping of food right on the same fork. That's how I like to eat my mashed potatoes. And I don't know, S tier. I think S tier, maybe A tier. If we were going to fight about it, I would concede to the A tier. If you had the strongest opinions against, could you have strong opinions against mashed potatoes though?
I don't necessarily know if I have a strong opinion against mashed potatoes, right? I have a potentially controversial opinion.
Oh,
mashed potatoes when served fresh and when served hot are S tier. The minute they get even room temperature, them bitches drop to D tier. Because they solidify. Yeah, when mashed potatoes aren't soft anymore, no, they lose the magic. It's the same thing with mac and cheese. Loses the magic.
Put a little milk in
I
there.
would put mashed potatoes probably A tier. They're good. I'll get a big old helping of them, don't get me wrong. But I feel like once they go cold, they don't come back. You know?
Sure.
It's really hard to recover once they go cold.
I like cold mashed potatoes. I'll eat mashed potatoes if they were frozen. No, that's a lie. I would eat them. I eat them first generally, so they generally don't have a chance to get cold unless we're like plating food and it's been a while since we started plating and they've gone a little cold. But yeah, I can see what you mean. Wait, we forgot potato salad. No, we didn't.
Is potato salad on there?
Yeah, the potato salad.
Is it really? Where do you see it?
Right here.
Oh boy.
Potato salad.
This is about as wild card as it gets.
Okay. And good or bad though?
Well, that's the thing. Potato salad is either going to be the best thing you've ever had or you're going to get sick. It's going to be disgusting. Like it exists in between those ranges because you never really know what you're going to get with potato salad. Sometimes, like usually I'd say potato salad on average is like B tier. But like sometimes it goes hard and it's A. Sometimes even S. I think potato salad is, it's one of those things where like it's in the ether. You know, you can't really define what tier potato salad is. That makes sense?
Yeah. I would say in most cases, I'm not having like freshly made potato salad. It's generally the tub you get from like Kroger that somebody's bringing as a last minute, like, oh, I was supposed to bring a side crap. Let me grab potato salad.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it even in the crappy Kroger tub. So I feel like if it was fresh and somebody like made it fresh, then that would just make it a way good choice.
I feel like sometimes the crappy tub from like Meijer or Kroger is pretty good.
It can be.
Like
I like it.
If you get it from like behind the deli counter, it can be really good.
Okay.
So I'm content to put this one in the B tier, just because it can go so many different directions.
Sure.
But
B tier it is. I'm trying to see if we have any. You said stuffing is a starch. That's good. Potato casserole? Is that sweet potato? Oh, it's sweet potato casserole. Okay. Again, sweet potatoes. Is this a dessert or is this a main? Who knows?
It's a main. It's a side. It's a side to the main course. Sweet potato casserole. Personally, and I know I gave a lot of credit to candied yams, right? Sweet potato casserole. I don't know. I prefer my sweet potatoes to be a little more savory, right? I gave a lot of credit to candied yams because I feel like it's cooked way differently. It's very sweet, but it's more of like a, like I said, more of like a caramelized sweet than it is sort of like we covered it in whipped cream and sugar sweet. Like this, I can't describe it, XP Wasters, but there is a distinct difference between candied yams and sweet potato casserole. There's a distinct difference in my brain and on my palate that makes me want to put sweet potato casserole in the B tier or lower, depending on where you fall on it.
I could care less about sweet potato casserole. I don't touch it at any sort of event that it's served. And maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like a dessert that people are putting on their plate first because it literally has marshmallows. So I will make you guys a promise. If there is sweet potato casserole on the docket today, I'm trying it. But for right now, no opinion, and it's probably C tier. So maybe B tier.
B tier could be fine, I guess.
There's somebody out there like absolutely punching air right now. They're like,
that's been this whole episode. Somebody's punching air.
But we're so like nonchalant about like, man, they're like, oh my god, sweet potato casserole, so good. What's next here? Another starch.
Fried oyster mushrooms.
Never had that.
I have never had these.
We needed a tier for specifically booty noodles.
But do you know what a booty noodle is? What it is referring to?
No, I don't.
Do you know what a chitterling is?
No, I don't.
You know what a chitlin is?
No, I don't.
All right, they're animal intestines, usually pigs.
Oh,
that are cooked and made.
Okay.
It's not the most out of pocket thing in the world. It like sausage casing is usually just intestines, right? For example.
Yeah.
So it's not like people never eat them, but chitlins truly are just the intestines. That was discussed at that Black Thanksgiving that I went to because I believe chitlins are another Black culture Thanksgiving item. All of my coworkers were like, there is not a chance in hell we are bringing that in here. And they had two different reasons. Number one is because they only trust it from their grandma because they know what it is, right? Yeah. My coworkers knew that, like, this is intestines. I'm not going to mess this up. I'm not going to let somebody else mess this up. I don't want this here. The other half were like, it sucks.
Oh, gosh.
They're not good. So I have never personally had chitlins myself, nor have I had the fried oyster mushrooms. I'll try anything like once.
Average.
But big response on like try it once because I don't know, man. The intestines might really throw me off. I don't know.
It doesn't sound appetizing, and that's just my white palate speaking. Because the only exotic thing, and I say it's exotic, it's out of the ordinary, is cow tongue, lengua.
See, that sounds like I've wacky had to me.
I've had lengua. It's pretty good.
Snails right out the shell, sucked them out like Timon and Pumbaa, and cow tongue seems weird to me. I don't know.
It's like you have to get over the fact that you're eating something you're not normally used to eating. But like if you think about it, right? Hamburger, steak, even chicken, you're literally just eating like parts of a cow, parts of a chicken. And if you think about it too hard, that's why people are vegetarian. And then, we're moving on. But like cow tongue, it's just another part of the cow. Cow brain is just another part of the cow. So you have to kind of get over that initial shock of this is new. And I think maybe chitlins would be that. Because if it's actually delicious and prepared correctly,
It could
the
be.
fact that it's intestines doesn't matter. Because like people eat liver. Well, boomers
which also
eat
is
liver.
gross. I don't. My mom loves like liverwurst sausage. We went to Germany over the summer back in 2022, and we got blood sausage for one of our appetizers, and I knew what it was because of Scape. Scape told me all about blood sausage. I knew what it was, and my sister didn't. And it was on the appetizer tray, and my sister Lizzie was like, "Oh, what's that dark red one?" I'm like, "You should give it a try. Let me know how you like it." Because I tried it, I wasn't a big fan. She ate it. She's like, "This is pretty good." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" She's like, "What is it?" I'm like, "Dude, that's blood sausage." She's like, "What's blood sausage?" I'm like, "It's exactly what it sounds like." She's like, "Oh." And just kept eating.
Oh, nice.
So, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to put it up there, it's going to be probably wrong because we've not had it. So maybe we don't rate it right now. We just kind of leave it at the bottom. Because I feel bad rating something I've literally never had. Most of this stuff I've either tasted or I know roundabouts how it should taste. And booty noodles, not one of them.
I think the chitlins and the oyster mushrooms, unless you like the oyster mushrooms look good because they look like fried pickles to me, so they look good. But
Listen,
I don't
you
know.
fry
I've
anything.
not had them.
Anything fried could be good, and that's what I'm saying with the chitlins too, because they're fried. It could be absolutely amazing.
I mean, if the rule is if both of us have never had them, we just simply don't rate it. That's fine.
Okay. So that leaves us with stuffing and sausage stuffing. I didn't know there was a difference. I kind of just always thought stuffing was stuffing. So if they're rated the same, I would be fine with that. Unless you have an opinion on why sausage adds or detracts from the stuffing argument.
Man, stuffing is weird because I was talking about this with my friends yesterday at Friendsgiving. If I told you I'm going to try to play a prank on somebody and the whole prank is that I'm going to take a loaf of bread, stick it inside of a gutted turkey, and then cook that piece of bread in the gutted turkey, that sounds like a sick joke that should get me sent to jail. So, like,
to jail.
Stuffing as a concept is kind of weird. I don't really know the sausage stuffing bit. I can't say I've ever had sausage stuffing. I imagine it's more or less the exact same thing. I like stuffing. I really didn't like it as a child, but
I think it's a boomer thing. Like the millennial and Gen Z generations, I think we're going to phase out of stuffing. I honestly, Gen X.
No, my friends
it.
are going feral for it. We're all the same age.
What is stuffing though?
I mean, it's just like bread and seasoning. It's the question is not whether you have stuffing; it's whether or not you make it inside the turkey. That's usually the bigger debate.
No,
if you make it inside the turkey, you need some help.
Usually, it's like the cheater stuffing. It's like in a little microwave package, and you just throw it in the microwave.
The Stouffer's box stuffing that's why.
First top sheets, now this. Damn millennials. Tiki in the recording booth. Top sheets can go to hell.
Yeah, I don't know anything about sausage stuffing. I tell you what, but regular stuffing, I put regular stuffing in the A tier. I think that's fair.
Okay.
And assuming it's the same thing, we can put sausage stuffing in there too.
Okay.
Because I'm fine with it being.
I'd have left it out of this. Get it out of here because like it doesn't seem to be.
Oh, wow.
It's not a popular choice in my house.
Whoa, you're a get the stuffing out of here. Hold on. I got crucified for disliking green beans, and we're just going to let the fact that Michael would not want this in his meal at all? We're going to let that slide?
You want a fun little aside? Kind of an aside. I texted my sister-in-law, and I asked her, hey, do we need to bring anything? And she sent me the exact list of what we were having for my Thanksgiving. Should I read it now, or should I read it after we're done?
Go ahead. Now that you've brought it up, go ahead and read it now.
Okay. She says, hey, we're good. We're all set. We have stuff to make mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, broccoli and cheese casserole, green bean casserole, rolls, ham, turkey, and peach cobbler. Your mom says she's making cookies, the green bean casserole, and mandel bread, and Hannah's bringing drinks. So, like, pretty basic white people Thanksgiving. Stuffing is not even on the list.
That's whack that it's not on the list.
It's fine,
It's
though.
absolutely whack that stuffing is not on that list.
It's fine. I could live without stuffing for the rest of my life and probably be fine. Did I even hear mashed potatoes? I mean, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, broccoli and cheese casserole, green bean casserole, rolls, ham, turkey, and peach cobbler. And then I think, I don't know, Alicia and I might bring something just for fun. But yeah, it's my Thanksgiving, guys.
Wow.
So two of the three, or two of them are already in the S tier, and most of everything else is probably going in the A tier. So I am an A tier and S tier Thanksgiving haver.
No, you're a Thanksgiving haver for a baby, Michael. You listed 5 items.
5
You
items?
said mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, broccoli cheese casserole, some other random bullshit, and mac and cheese. That's literally what you listed.
Yes.
My family, we have like 30 side dishes. Well, granted, we're feeding like 40 people for Thanksgiving, but still, the variance is insane. Literally, I think looking at this list right now, we'll probably like condense the amount of meat. Like, we'll probably just have roast turkey, not smoked turkey or fried turkey. We'll probably have, ham and not spiral ham. We'll have one kind of gravy, but like all these different kinds of pies, cranberries, pretty much everything except the cream spinach, the collard greens, the chitlins, and the mushrooms are potentially on the table.
Decent.
I don't think the candied yams will be there, but you never know. People could decide to get crazy this year.
You could make them. You could make them and bring them as a surprise.
Actually, I used to have a sweet potato recipe my grandma gave me. It was like sweet potatoes, walnuts, a bunch of other like cranberries and stuff. They, like fried them up. It was delicious. But
mash them up, boil them up, put
I've
them in a
since
stew.
not made it. It's boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, Michael. Oh my God.
Get it right.
The lack of culture on this man. Holy shit.
So stuffing in the A tier, which is fine with me. Are we looking at any other starches here? Would you call gravy a starch? I don't know.
For the sake of this exercise, sure.
Because it goes with the starches. White versus brown gravy.
White gravy
I'm
is
white
a breakfast
gravy boy.
food. Why is white gravy at Thanksgiving?
That's actually true. Okay,
This is like
you're
a
right.
sausage
It's
gravy.
breakfast-
This
it's
is a
breakfast
breakfast
thing.
food. Why is
No, you're
this
right.
at Thanksgiving?
Some people like white gravy on their turkey. Like if you have white gravy with like chicken fried steak, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad choice. I'm not saying it is bad. I'm saying this is not a Thanksgiving food.
Why are you here? Well, it's not a Thanksgiving in your house.
It's my tier list. I feel like,
Oh, hold on. Let's see. If we're talking solely on gravy, then, and not distinguishing between the white or the brown, what is your opinion on gravy?
Okay, because it's distinguished on the sheet, now we can't leave them separate. I will say that white gravy, sausage gravy is delicious. On biscuits, you put it on like one of them skillet things, like, oh, so good. I do love it.
That's
with
true.
Thanksgiving,
It
doesn't make sense for Thanksgiving.
Why is it here?
Because of that, I want to stick it in the D tier because it doesn't belong.
It doesn't belong on Christmas.
Put it in the get it out of here tier. Get it out of here.
Get it out of
It's
here.
a breakfast food. Get it out of here.
Brown gravy is probably A tier.
Brown gravy is what actually brings a lot of the meal together. I have learned in my time making Thanksgivings this past probably half decade or so, because I got inaugurated into making like the main protein back when I was like still in undergrad. And I learned through watching mainly like Gordon Ramsay videos, right, that a lot of the stuff doesn't have to stay hot when you make it. You can serve it like warm, you can serve it room temperature, but the gravy The gravy's very important because the gravy's got to stay hot the whole time because the hot gravy will heat up the rest of the food. With the exception being what, in my personal opinion, Michael? The mashed potatoes. The mashed potatoes got to get done the same time the gravy does in order to have the best possible effect. Though I will say, I bought one of those, like, the squishy things where you, like, squish the mashed potatoes down. They come out kind of like a Play-Doh squisher, right? Yeah. They were very fluffy and very delicious while they were warm. While they were cold, not so much. But I think because of gravy's importance, and if you think about it, what is bad that gravy goes on? What do you never want gravy to end up on? Other than salad that might be on your plate.
It's fine on everything, in my opinion.
It's fine on everything, baby. I think brown gravy goes in the S tier.
It's got to go right next to its humble companion.
Swole says, don't put it on green beans. I never have that problem, Swole. You want to know why? Because I never have green beans on my plate. You know?
How do I send you to my croissant rolls to bring it to the S tier? My
crescent
rolls.
Tiki Mug says sweet potatoes. You know, I understand why you might not want it directly on your sweet potatoes, but I don't think if gravy gets on it, because gravy will get everywhere on the plate. I don't think if gravy gets on sweet potatoes, it ruins them. You know, and I think that's part of why brown gravy's S tier. You know,
they're calling you uncultured, by the way, Oxie. You are
uncultured with the green bean opinions. Make your own podcast. You can have all the lack of culture you want about your shitty opinions about the worst vegetable on the planet.
You're almost done with
I will die on. I love you all very dearly. I will die on this hill. We'll fight you guys to the death.
We are nearly done with the sides. Let's see. We've got mac and cheese and baked mac and cheese, which I think one is better than the other. And I hope you agree with me.
What you got?
Baked mac and cheese better than regular mac and cheese.
Here.
Okay. They're both in the S tier though, so I don't know how that opinion even matters.
Yeah.
No? Okay. I was gonna play one.
It's not really. I always try to give, like, I don't like to just like put shit in the S tier, you know, without giving a good reason for it. I don't think we need to give a good reason for it. I think mac and cheese
is effing cheese.
But this is, of course, with the assumption that it is homemade, correct?
I mean,
no, okay. If you start
on.
breaking out a box of Kraft singles at Thanksgiving, okay, I don't know if that's S tier.
There are different tiers of actual mac and cheese. Like if we had a sub tier list,
Kraft singles are the slices. Kraft the whatever, you know.
Like if we had a sub tier list of mac and cheese like types, you have your gourmet mac and cheese, you have your white cheddar mac and cheese, you have your like barbecue mac and cheese. So there's different types. There's Kraft mac and cheese. No, S tier if it's homemade, yes. And it's a treat. It's a treat if it's homemade. Let me just tell you.
Isn't to say that Kraft mac and cheese at Thanksgiving makes it a bad Thanksgiving. I don't know if that is S tier mac and cheese.
Right, it'd probably be if you had the Kraft logo up here, I'd be like, okay.
I was gonna say, I tell you what, because I don't particularly love Kraft mac and cheese. I just have never been a big fan of I used to really like the character shapes in college, and then I stopped eating those more so.
The character shape.
But I tell you what, you get me even the slightest bit drunk, and you offer me a box of Kraft mac and cheese, I will eat that bitch so quickly.
The whole thing.
You might not even have time. You might not even have time to cook it.
Oh.
Like one of the tall rectangular boxes of Kraft mac and cheese? Absolutely. I will destroy one of those boxes when I'm drunk. 100%.
My son's favorite food is mac and cheese. He goes
Your son's a man of culture.
Feral for mac and cheese. And he gets like the Auntie Anne's cheddar, like sharp cheddar mac and cheese. That is, it's pretty good.
Bougie.
Pretty good. Yeah. All right. Are we almost done with sides? We are.
I
We've
think
got
we damn near just might be.
cranberry sauce, and I won't even say the next one yet. Cranberry sauce. I think we might be in agreement, but I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you spit it out first.
If you held
And
a
that's
gun
what I'm
to
doing
my
is
head,
spitting it out.
if you held a you held a gun to my head and said, "Pick one: cranberry sauce or green bean casserole," I'd eat a whole can of cranberries.
Really?
Right in front of your face. I would do it. Because here's the thing. I don't know anyone who likes this. I know people who like to put this on or in things, but I don't know people who are like, "Oh, that's a slice of canned cranberries, baby.
Is that your
Let me get at it."
50,000 people surveyed? Nobody likes cranberries.
No. I don't know anyone. The people in the survey liked cranberry sauce a little bit, but green beans.
What survey is
they
this?
hated it. It's the totally legitimate one that I made. I can't believe you missed it. I thought I got sent to you.
What survey is this?
It's in the Journal of Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I don't enjoy this stuff. That said, I don't understand why I don't enjoy it.
I don't know. For me, it just seems like it seems like a weird choice given the other things on the plate. And if there's just something I'm missing based on the Thanksgiving options I just read to you, if there is something that I'm missing that like complements cranberries or even vice versa, I don't know. Because like none of the foods that I'm having on Thanksgiving are being amplified by cranberry sauce. Like,
yeah, I gotta agree. I don't like. I'm just picturing like, you know, the raspberry sauce I make with cheesecake or something. I can't just like, trust me. Well, that I can imagine eating right out of the pan because I have and I will again. I'm crazy. You can't stop me. But cranberry sauce, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody's got to enlighten me for cranberry sauce.
It's a get out of here for me.
I'll stick it in the D tier because I don't like it and I don't know why. So I think I'm gonna try it this Thanksgiving again. Same thing with jellied cranberry. Just get them both in the D tier.
No. Jellied cranberry, that is get it out of here. You can't change my mind. If it's going in the D tier just because I'll try it, dude. Why does this belong on the plate? Do you see how disgusting that looks?
I'm not saying it looks
good. Do you see how
I just got done saying
that looks?
I just got done saying I would try a fork full of chitlins if someone offered them to me.
But
right?
like, okay, hold on.
I would do it. I'll try anything once, Michael.
Hold on. The argument of if this was prepared correctly, it might complement the food. You cannot prepare jellied cranberries any different.
You crack
than just
the can open.
Crack the can and you right onto the plate.
It makes that noise.
That's how is that prepared correctly? You know, I feel like if you're gonna have cranberry sauce or cranberries in general, just make it cranberry sauce. You gotta again sound off in the comments here. And what am I missing? I don't know. I gotta go with a get it out of here on this one.
You know what? That's okay. People are saying it's garbage in the recording booth chat, so
at least we're not getting flamed with walls and walls of text here. So that seems like a fine place to leave that. On to what is arguably, oh man, we missed butternut squash. Hold on,
butternut squash
is the last one.
Butternut squash.
I do like butternut squash. I like it. I don't necessarily think that this is like my go-to on for any meal. My most recent experience with butternut squash is we get butternut squash. What is it? Ravioli, maybe. What's the one where like it's like a square pasta noodle or whatever, and like has the filling? Is that ravioli? No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Seems like it's called something else. That's what I have. It's butternut squash ravioli. And I like it. We have it with some olive oil and some cinnamon. And it makes quite the dish. But butternut squash, it looks like this is a soup. I think it's too much of one flavor, if I'm being honest. Too much of one flavor for me to rate it, like to offer it to be any higher than like B tier. It seems pretty average.
I'll put it in the B tier. I feel like whenever I have it, I'm happy with it. So I'm fine for B tier.
Awesome. You know what's funny? It's like most of the time when we do these tier lists, the B tier is the most stacked tier. But it seems that in this tier list, A tier is going to be where everything's at.
We're two hefty corn-fed white boys. We love food. Most things are going to end up in the A tier because most things are good. There are two things there in particular that should not be in that tier, but alas, here they are.
Here they go. Okay, moving on to mains.
So meats is what he means. We're moving on to proteins.
Oh, well, there's sides and mains, right? Or are you thinking like main course? Because I don't know.
I mean, do you not all get it at the same time? Because this has all been main course.
Main course, but like, yeah, okay.
It's the meats.
The meats. The Arby's. We have the meats. You want to start with ham or turkey?
Let's go ham first.
Okay. I'm a ham boy. Most of the time when I'm eating Thanksgiving, it's ham. That's just how my mom raised us. I don't think she really likes turkey or didn't like going through all the effort of cooking a turkey properly.
Mm-hmm.
And so most of the time growing up, we just had like a nice glazed ham and she could stick in the oven for several hours. It's really hard to mess it up. And called it a day because I feel like whenever I was growing up and we were doing Thanksgiving, my mom was generally doing it alone. Unless we were at like a family's house or like her brother's house, went to the uncle's house, it was hard to mess up. So ham and spiral ham, I don't think for me there's much of a difference. I think if we're looking at this picture, we generally had spiraled ham, and it's not great. I'm a turkey boy through and through.
You were a ham boy.
No, growing up, I was a ham boy. As I've grown up and I've experienced Thanksgiving in other places, not just at home, we've had more turkey, and I think I'm a turkey boy. I do get ham. If there's ham available, I'll put a couple slices on my plate. But if I had to make the choice of am I making ham or am I making turkey for myself and my family, I think I would go turkey. So ham is probably A tier if I had to put a bow on the rant.
Soggy Waffles in the recording booth said, if turkey and ham are mains, are green beans irons? And if that's the case, I love that because their opinions don't matter and they are an irrelevant account type. Green beans and green helms, baby. God, just the worst. Just the worst. Anyways, they have two different kinds of ham on here. They have regular ham and they have spiral ham. Well, there's different kinds of cuts, right? Like a ham proper is just a pig.
Ham proper?
A spiral ham is prepared a lot differently. Usually it's like, I don't want to say seasoned, but cured is probably the more accurate term. It's it's just a little bit different. Usually tastes a little bit different. I do like both of these. I have found that if ham is cut too thick, I'm not a fan. I made ham yesterday for our Friendsgiving, and I cut it too thick. It's like I don't have an electric knife, right? It was just like a tiny little hock that I made for like 3 or 4 people. But even so, I'm like, I don't say this very often, but like that's too thick for me, you know?
Yeah.
Track makes a good point.
Track makes a good point in the recording booth. He says, if you ain't smoking a turkey, you're probably eating it dry, causing you to like ham more than turkey. And I think that might have been the case. And even growing up, I think I had dry ham, which is saying something because it was like, I still like ham as an adult, but
Yeah, and I don't dislike ham. What I'm trying to say is that like regular ham off the bone is good. I think I prefer spiral ham. All my Michiganders out there, what you know about Dearborn ham, right? Oh, baby. What you know about that Dearborn ham? Chaos Cleric is piping up. He knows about that Dearborn ham. What you know about
I'm
that
from
Dearborn
Ohio,
ham?
so maybe I know
right
about
there.
Dearborn.
I gotta put spiral ham a little higher than regular ham. I'd be content to stick them both in A, or put spiral in S and regular in A, depending on where you're feeling.
I'm feeling that.
Okay.
I can feel that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel that. Okay. We have roast turkey, smoked turkey, and fried turkey.
Oh.
Interesting. I think I've had all three. And I'm struggling to remember what smoked turkey was like. I mean, you go to a barbecue place and most of the time it's always smoked. I've had probably more roasted and fried than I have had smoked. But I would say smoked is probably the best. I think Track is right. If you have a smoked turkey, it's very juicy. Roasted turkey can get dry.
I can make some bitchin' roasted turkeys though. You ever seen that Gordon Ramsay method? Where you make you put the whole, sorry, I'm getting killed by a black dragon here. You put the whole hock of butter underneath the skin, and you mash the butter underneath the skin, and then you cover the top of the turkey with strips of bacon, which prevents the top of the turkey from burning and drying out. Plus the fat from the bacon drips off with the turkey juice and is added to the gravy later. Oh, mio fucking dio. It is so good. I have made some good whole turkeys in my day, some good roasted turkeys. I understand why people might like one over the other. I don't mean to be a basic bitch. I'll put all three of these fuckers in the S tier. I don't care, dude. They're all...
Yeah,
I mean, like them all.
If you cook them correctly, they all have potential.
I've never fried a turkey before, but during my internship, the president of the student life section that I worked in, he deep fried 2 turkeys for the entire department or whatever, and he brought them in, and holy shit, they were ooh.
Fried turkey is one of the most dangerous things you can do on Thanksgiving, because it's a lot of oil, and there's generally a heating element directly under the pot, and a lot of people don't realize that if you put an entire frozen turkey
you don't want to have them be frozen, oil,
it is going to cause a massive fire. So if you're listening to this early on Thursday, please don't put a frozen turkey in your fry.
This is coming out at 2 a.m. Eastern time on Thursday. If you didn't thaw your turkey by now and you plan on deep frying it, take the L. Do not die.
Don't do it. Water and oil do not mix, as Swole has said.
Swole says water and oil go burr.
Well, that's one way to say it. That's one way to say just don't do it. I don't even know the correct method to do it, so I'm not even going to try and educate you guys.
You quite literally take a turkey and you it's like Jurassic Park where they drop the cow into the raptors. You just lower it into the thing until it's done, and then you pull it back out.
Well, no, I'm saying I don't know. Do you thaw the turkey? Do you just let it sit in the fridge overnight?
Well, yeah, I imagine you thaw it. If you can't stick it in frozen, surely you just thaw it in the refrigerator.
Okay.
Or a couple of days. I think it's every so many pounds is a day that you have to have it thaw for a whole young turkey.
Google
I think it's every 3 to 5 pounds, but maybe more than that. I don't remember.
Listen, Alex Anchor says you got to get that outside propane fryer. I'm talking about people who do fry it outside. You can still burn the house down. Because generally you're doing it in the garage, or you're doing it just outside the garage, because you're not going out in the middle of the field to deep fry your turkey. You could cause serious damage if you put a frozen turkey into a vat of boiling oil. Boil oil. Anyway, that's your PSA for the day. We're going to ignore the booty noodles, and we're going to ignore the fried oysters, and we're going to move on.
It's fried
to
oyster mushrooms.
Sorry, fried oyster mushrooms. We're going to move on to the single best lineup we could ever have asked for, and that is why we go to Thanksgiving. That is the desserts.
Let's start with the
boy.
one completely out of left field that I did not expect to be on here. You see it too.
Banana pudding? Am I wrong? Or
red velvet cake, Michael?
Oh.
Why in the world? Why is banana pudding mio dio?
I've never had banana pudding at Thanksgiving.
Oh, see, this is how I know you're not Italian. My grandma used to make an icebox cake that was basically just banana pudding. Oh my god! Damn it, Michael! Red velvet cake.
Red velvet cake, is that a get it out of here? Like it doesn't belong?
It's no, red velvet cake is good.
Well, listen,
I'm not saying it's bad. I need someone to tell me why you're bringing red velvet cake to Thanksgiving.
We had the same argument for white gravy. White gravy is delicious, but why is it a Thanksgiving meal? This is pies, baby. We're talking pies. Cakes don't belong in Thanksgiving. If you have a cake, you can leave it at home.
I mean, it's gonna be your birthday, so you might have a cake.
Oh yeah.
Unless they do a birthday pie, which would be fun.
We're gonna make tres leches. Oh my gosh. We could do a whole dessert tier list. I think this is a get it out of here because why? Who put this on the list?
He said, I made the mistake of offering creme brulee one year and now it's demanded. Yeah, no kidding.
Maybe that's why whoever made this list, we don't know who made this list. Maybe that's their thing. They're like, I'm the red velvet guy and everybody knows it. And so they just had it on their tier list because we're definitely bumming this list off of someone else.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think this is one of them that we need to have on the list.
Yeah. I don't think
it's good. It just doesn't fit.
And even if it was at Thanksgiving, given the lineup of other pies that could be there, I wouldn't take it unless this.
No, you wouldn't take it.
No, I wouldn't take it. That's what I said, right?
Right. I'm agreeing with you. I wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
It's staying on the plate.
This is meant to represent, because what I don't see on here is chocolate pie.
Okay.
And because we're talking about red velvet, which is basically just red chocolate, chocolate pie. You know what?
Is he going to get some pie? Okay. For those who are not aware, this might get it out. But Oxie just got up and left. No warning. He just said, you know what? And then left. And it wasn't even because of a green bean take. So if there's a jump cut here and Oxie's suddenly back, we'll find out here in a second. Definitely. And he's listening to me right now because he has his wireless headphones on. I hope you guys are having a great Thanksgiving. I hope your bellies are full. If you hadn't eaten yet, I hope that you are definitely eating some deviled eggs and getting ready to eat because everybody knows deviled eggs deviled eggs do not make it to Thanksgiving dinner. Those are the things that you sneak
because you put them in the garbage before you
those are the things that you sneak out of the container when no one's looking and you eat like 3 of them before dinner and they're like, wait, I had a deviled egg, one for everyone. What is this? Are you just going to tease everybody with actual food? You monster.
Chocolate pie is amazing. I wanted to get pie yesterday for people.
Chocolate pie?
Chocolate pie. Chocolate satin pie.
Okay. That could have been, like, they could have Googled chocolate
pie. That
could
have been over red velvet. I'm just saying, for all my chocolate pie people out there,
like chocolate pudding pie?
Yes, it's delicious. Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify because, like, I've had chocolate pudding pie and I love that. Like a graham cracker crust chocolate pudding pie.
Oh,
ooh, baby. Did we just say "oh baby" at the same time?
Oh baby.
Oh baby. All right. I mean, we can't reasonably make this like a stand-in like we did with champagne because it's not even close. But chocolate pie gets an honorable A tier mention, in my opinion.
You know what? Right. I say we make it the stand-in. I'm moving it to the A tier.
Okay. People are gonna look at us like we're crazy. Why is red velvet in the A tier? All right, I'm going to let you pick the first pie.
Do you want to fight now or do you want to fight later?
I've got my gloves on right now.
Pumpkin pie, where are you putting it?
A tier,
Good man.
S tier, A.
S
It's a
tier. Good man.
staple. It's a staple pie.
I was gonna kill him. I was getting ready to kill him.
Well, we know the next one is going to be a controversial take because you're absolutely insane. Apple pie. Where's it going?
F tier.
It's ridiculous, everyone. It's absolutely ridiculous.
All right, hold on. Let me get on my horse here for a second. Let me put my pie down and scoot up. The apples in apple pie are a monstrosity.
Nope.
Hear me out. Let's look at every other fruit pie. Blueberry pie, cherry pie, mixed berry pie, peach pie. What do all those fruits have in common? When you eat that fruit when it's uncooked, it's soft. And then when you cook it, what happens to it? It gets soft. Apples are hard. I just attacked this guy's thing there. I didn't even see him ranging. Apples are a hard fruit that when you bake them, turn soft, except they don't. Because the outside is soft, but not soft enough where you can just sort of eat them like that. You still have to get the outer shell off and then bite through them. It's like a sensory roller coaster, and it all sucks. Apple pie is not good. Now, the stuff you make the apples in, the stuff that I could suck clean off the apples, that's good. I'll take it. The Dutch apple pie with the crumbles on top, I'll eat the crumbles off the top like a feral animal in front of everybody at Thanksgiving. I don't care. But I'm telling you what, apple pie is not good.
I think you've just
Not
had
good.
bad apple pie. Because what you're describing is uncooked. Listen, what you're describing is uncooked apples in a pie. Apples are soft. What are you smoking?
No.
Apples are soft.
I'm telling you. Every apple pie I have ever had. People have been like, I made this apple pie by hand. I slaved all day for it. And I'll go, okay, maybe this time it'll be different. Guess what?
Apple pie they're soft. It's not peaches soft because peaches are naturally just soft. They're naturally softer than apples.
So when they get warm and they get softer,
crispy...
it's not weird, right?
What?
When something is crispy and then it gets soft, that feels bad.
No. I very much dislike peach cobbler because they're way too soft.
If I got you a piece of toast and then dunked it in a vat of water and said, "Here, it's good toast. It's supposed to be crunchy, but now it's wet and soft."
Listen,
that ain't it, Chief. That ain't it.
Wet toast is not the same as cooked apples, and
It
you need
damn
to take
near
that
might
back.
be.
You need to take that back. That is
No,
a hot take.
I don't think I will.
That does not deserve to be on this podcast.
Mm-mm. It does.
You're telling me
apple pie sucks almost as much as your
on.
opinions on green beans.
You're telling me you get the same visceral reaction to soppy wet toast that you get that same reaction when you eat a cooked apple. Something's wrong with your head, dude, because that is not the same. That is not the same.
It may as well be the same dish.
Sopping
apple
wet
pie is not
toast. Good. Oh man, I feel so bad for you.
Apple pie is not good.
Okay,
Can't change my mind. Apple pie is
where
not
are you?
Good.
If it's not in the S tier, then where's your compromise?
F.
It's not
compromise
F tier.
Is the F tier.
Is this your one? Are you using this one? Because this is a strong take. And I feel like if I could just insta green bean caster on the S tier, you get this one to put in the F tier. This is your one. I can't argue with you.
Oh, well, then if you're going to give it to me, baby, stick that bitch right in the get it out of here tier.
Oh my gosh.
I never get to have a holiday without this shitty pie. Every year, somebody has to go and make it. Because, oh my God, it's apple pie. They literally said it in the thing. I think Oxie saying apple pie is bad is the most un-American thing he's ever said. This is some commie bullshit, blah, blah, blah. It's an American staple. Guess what? It sucks. much like how baseball is an American staple and is also the most boring sport on the planet to watch, it sucks. It sucks. People that are recording with chat are like, all right, slow down. Like, I'm going full revolt here.
Oh my!
Apple pie and baseball are about as mid as it gets.
Apple pie and baseball are about as American as you get, and I'm not even patriotic.
They are as mid as it gets in this country.
I would live in another country.
I understand. If all I had was McDonald's, apple pie, and baseball, I would fully understand why other countries make fun of us, because that shit is ridiculous.
Quite ridiculous. You are quite ridiculous.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Apple pie. You gave me my one.
Okay,
you gave me the opportunity, and it's in the F tier where it belongs.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
You're a happy boy, and I fully support your choice to put it wherever you want, because this is your one.
Swole said, "Hey, Oxie, welcome to the Australian bingo team."
Oh my gosh, you've been accepted. Okay,
I've been expelled from the U.S. It sounds like.
The next three pies I care nothing about, because pumpkin and apple are my two favorites. So have at it, big boy. What you got for me?
I could comfortably stick sweet potato pie, peach cobbler, and pecan pie all in the B tier. They're never ones that I will reach for first. If they're available, I might take a small slice. But if not, I'm not going to be mad about it. I don't feel nearly as strongly about them as I do pumpkin pie or apple pie, because pumpkin pie is incredible. Pumpkin pie is the best. Apple pie is the worst. So the other three, they lie pretty calmly in the center. I think B tier is comfortable. Shout out to chocolate pie, that I just devoured the mini chocolate pie. I texted my friends yesterday, and I was like, what kind of pie do you guys like? I'm planning on getting 2, but I want to know, like, I want to make sure I get the right ones. Both of these trifling bitches said apple. So I'm like, I'm not going to get a chocolate pie, because what's going to happen is, if I get a whole chocolate pie, I'm going to eat the entire thing myself over the next 3 days. I don't want to do that. So I bought mini chocolate pies, and I bought a whole apple pie. And they only ate about half of it with all the friends that came over. So I have half an apple pie that I'm really relying on my roommate to eat, because I just don't want it. And then Gore says coconut cream pie. I'll take coconut cream pie. I will.
Again,
I'll do
not
it.
one I've had. I'm pretty basic.
You know what I also with? Banana cream pie. I really like it. I don't like any pie that ends with fruit cream pie. That's just, I'm sorry, that's been ruined for me. Like, there's no recovering from that one. But
banana cream pie? Interesting. Is that a good segue into into
banana
pudding?
I think I can put banana pudding in the S tier.
Okay.
I do.
That's the final.
Are you a fan of banana pudding or no?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Good man.
Yes.
Look at this. And look at us ending on a high note. Not fighting to the death at the very end here.
Who would have thought? No, banana pudding is straight from the Lord on high. It's fantastic. And especially with the little wafers.
Oh, baby, the wafers are so good.
So good. I like banana pudding. Even like a mid banana pudding is probably still more than decent. More than enough to like satisfy. You know, like so when we went to Buc-ee's, did you try their banana pudding?
No, we had those like air puff things that were pretty good.
Beaver nuggets?
Were those the air puffs? I don't know. I don't know. No, yeah, we had the beaver nuggets, and then I got the air puff thing, something separate. We had the jerky that was far too firm.
Yeah.
And then I think that was it. I don't think we got the
next time, definitely we're gonna get some banana pudding. It's not the best, but it is very convenient. I don't know if they make it fresh. Man, that's what I want this year. I'm gonna make banana pudding for my family's Thanksgiving. That's gonna be my staple dish. You know, they always say like, "What's your signature dish?" You're on Iron Chef. What are you bringing? You're on Master Chef Junior. Kid, what's your staple dish? That's mine. I'm going to perfect banana pudding and bring it today, actually, on Thanksgiving when you're listening to this. It'll be my signature dish. I don't know if I'm following through with that. It's all talk, maybe, but we'll see. You can't
If
really
it's
mess
not
it up.
all talk, he'll post a picture in the Xpwaste chat for you guys.
Yeah, please don't like go feral and at me like a million times, but like if one of you guys could just post like, "Hey, Michael, how'd that banana pudding turn out?" We'll be cheering, because then I probably still have time. If you get it early enough in the day, I probably still have time to go to Kroger and be that guy who's at Kroger Thanksgiving Day when these poor people should be at home. Oh man,
Don't do that to those people.
We still have to take a break.
We do. We've made it through the tier list, folks. Welcome you. We have survived the family fighting. And we are now at the table together to celebrate as one big Xpwaste family at the Xpwaste. Not based as in like the based podcast, based like based a turkey. The Xpwaste Thanksgiving special. You guys do have a job though. If you're listening to this on Thanksgiving, there's no reason that the family fun needs to be contained here, and there's no reason that the fighting needs to stop when this is over. We want your opinions on Thanksgiving food, good or bad. Get them in there. Get them in the Xpwaste chat. The Xpwaste Fight Night continues live in the Xpwaste chat in our Discord, which we'll plug here a little bit later. We want to hear your guys' thoughts if you made it this far.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And take a screenshot of what you're seeing on the screen now, just as a reference. We might post it, if we remember, post it in the Xpwaste chat for you guys. And then, yeah, if you have done this, let us know. Let us know. Give us your tier list screenshot in the Xpwaste chat. We're eager to see where you have. And if you are a green bean enjoyer, please at Oxie and tell him he's wrong. If you love green beans as much as I do, at OxieM17 in Discord and just SMH my head. Just SMH, he's going to know. He's going to know that his opinions are invalid. We're going to send you off to break now, folks. Oxie is SMHing his head right now, and that's perfect because he knows he's wrong. We're going to send you off to break. It's been a fun time. I think I need to grab some food during this break because honestly, that was a lot, and I'm hungry.
It was.
So, y'all stick around. There definitely will be a recycled little fun commercial. If you've not listened to Xpwaste, this is the commercial break. So, see you guys after this. Stick around for some more fun. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ahoy there, citizens of Gillinor. My name is Captain Murphy, and I'm on the hunt for seamen. I need the hardiest seamen around, the best in all of Gillinor. What am I gonna do with all these seamen, you ask? I'm gonna take them out on my world-famous fishing trawler. Here at Captain Murphy's Fishing Trawler, we're going out to sea for a juicy bounty that only the open ocean can provide us. The seas at Gillinor are perilous, so grab your rod with both hands and fill your mateys' holes with that sticky hot tar. Yarg. The journey across the open ocean will be long and hard, but incredibly rewarding. You'll be coming home with enough fish to fill your sack for the next week, and if the luck of the sea be upon you, you might even leave with another man's soggy trousers. Yarg. Bring you and all your salty sea dogs down to Port Khazard and sign up to take a trip out on Captain Murphy's fishing trawler. Be the seaman you were meant to be. Yarg.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial break because I know that I sure did. Before we get into Patreon, I do have one final thought about the Thanksgiving meals, and that is the fact that we just totally skipped over Mexican Thanksgiving. I've had the absolute pleasure of being one of the only white boys at Mexican Thanksgiving the last 12 years on my wife's side of the family, and nothing beats Abuela's tamales. Nothing. You cannot tell me there is a better thing at Mexican Thanksgiving. Spanish rice, frijoles, all that's great, but I don't come away with anything but a plate of a dozen tamales after being at Abuela's house. So, if you are a newly minted Abuela, which I don't know why you would be listening to this podcast, but we thank you for your service and good luck with your first tamales this year. And if you are a seasoned Abuela, we thank you, and we thank you for your service and good luck with tamales this year.
If you're a seasoned Abuela, I will be pleasantly surprised to see you. Our analytics do not show that we have a lot of seasoned Abuelas, but if we do, guys, welcome to the party.
That's what I'm saying.
I heard your tamales absolutely
Anyway, moving on to our Patreon. Thank you so much to everyone who supports us on Patreon. I'm thinking about tamales during the break, and I was like, how did I not say that? Anyway, Patreon. So now we take a time to thank our patrons who support us. They support what we do on the show financially. None of it is a requirement. We're not out here begging, but you guys are all wonderful human beings for your support and for what you do for us, for the show, monetarily. You've helped us do things such as meetups. You've helped us get upgrades for our PCs so we can do this thing. We can do this thing better. If you remember back in the day, Oxie had the crappiest of microphones. And
it wasn't that crappy, Mr. Picky.
Go back to episode 3.
Fine.
And
episode 3 was a software issue on my computer.
Go back to episode
reset
3.
The gain. It was not a microphone issue. Off me, sir. Off me.
I don't know why you're getting so offended, because even you like the microphone we're using now. So
I like it better. I'm just saying. You don't gotta be that guy.
Listen, I'm trying to be sentimental here, and this is my section. So thank you to the patrons who have given us the opportunity to amplify this podcast in ways that we normally wouldn't have. And yeah, you guys are amazing. So we always want to start out by shouting out our wise old man patrons. You guys are bread and butter. You guys are the foundation of what we call the Patreon. And if you're a new wise old man patron, the first time that you subscribe, you will get your name shouted out. And on the screen now is all of our current wise old mans. But the one I want to talk about is Evil on Olive for being our newest wise old man patron this week. Thank you, Evil on Olive, for your subscription. And thank you to all of our wise old man patrons for your financial support. You guys are on the screen now. You are amazing. You know who you are. And now everybody else does too, because your names are there. We used to read out the names every week, and I think that it just got to be too much, and that is a good problem to have. So now your name's on the screen. Thank you. Moving on to our next tier for shoutouts, and that is the KBD tier. You guys are also amazing. It wouldn't be the Patreon section if I didn't say big old mucho smoochos.
Could be.
To the KBD tier folks. You guys are amazing. Like, this was, I say it every time, this was a meme tier to begin with. Like, we did not expect any of you to be where you are today, supporting us at this level, but there are people here who have just not left. We can't thank you enough. And for your support, we're gonna shout you out by name. If you're in the KBD tier, you will be shouted out each and every week by name. And we're going to start out with a thank you to Alex Anchor, Balzabub. Man, that's going to trip me up every single week. Thank you, though, Balzabul. Brooks70, Oxie's dad, my dad, all of our dad. And this year, Oxie's dad, please cook the shrimp. Clapscape, previously double Xbox. Cloud Kicker, Damon S., Elite Oreo Dunker, XP Enjoyer, Firethread, who is one of our newest KBD patrons. Thank you. Gumby, Legend Gary, Mark, aka iStream, MT Birchfield, Oxie's Swole Search History.
Oh my god. Oxie Swole Search History. Now that is something right there.
That's something.
That's a name.
That's another one. PP Poo Poo Man. Our third favorite Patreon supporter, Ralph, Rylithian, Soggy Waffles, Seppi J, Seth Shep, Skooma92, SOS D3, Sparky Life, Spartan Fire, the Big G Jordy, and the Crayola Crayon. Those are our KBD tier folks, and we thank you so much for your support. Now, generally, we would move on to the community question, but at this point, it's been several weeks.
Well, does the last episode have a community question on it?
Oh, it does. This is one of those ones where I think Oxie said something about like Michael doesn't know that I added the community question to the podcast thing and the whatchamacallit. So I'm stalling obviously right now so I can pull that up, but I think there is. So let's go ahead and read those off to you. There's only 7 if we're just looking at the ones on Spotify. The question we asked is Michael doesn't know about this community question, but what was your favorite part of League's opening day? I like that. Thank you, Oxie. We have Sersepo. They said, I started my first League's experience together with my 10-year-old son, sharing the fun of my favorite game since 2002 in a game mode that appeal also to my kids. Feels very special.
Well, that's fun.
That hit me. If I was in like a slightly more emotional state right now, I would have cried. I'm not kidding you. That hit me because I am also a father, and one day I hope RuneScape is still around so I can share it with my son when he's at an age at which he can, appreciate it. If it's not RuneScape, it's surely got to be Minecraft. But we'll see when we get there.
What you can only hope for, you can truly hope for in that situation. You don't show him a game like Minecraft. He comes to you and says, "Dad, you'll never believe this. I heard about this game called Minecraft. It looks so cool. We should play it together." You're like, that right there. That's how you do it. That's what you got to hope for, folks.
Yep. Man, quit tugging at my heartstrings. Cracked Cabbage, moving on. Cracked Cabbage says, Trickster with the agility arena was OP and got me 300 points. Also trying to rush for the first in TNL. Oh, what did Cracked Cabbage get anything in the first?
Let's check. Let's see if Cracked Cabbage got any leagues first. I don't know. Splicer, Avengor. Oh yeah, he lost his second tier relic by a few minutes to Elite Oreo Dunker. Yeah, so he's very close. He was very close.
You are second in our hearts. Well, you're first in our hearts. That's what I meant to say. Moving on to Dinosaur. They said, queued up in line outside of Lesser Demon's door in the Wizard's Tower. If you guys were around in RS2, it reminded me very much of the next queue when Death Touch darts were a thing in like 2011. I was not around, and I don't know what you're referencing, but I have mixed emotions about the queue at the Lesser Demon door. I have been there in the trenches waiting for 30, 45 minutes to get that damn demon killed. And I have also been there when somebody cuts in line and we all SMH them, but they don't care. And so to avoid the frustration, I have still not done that task. And I will do it soon.
I don't think I
because
did it. I don't think I did it on day one.
At this
So I
point,
feel you.
it's another task on the list, sure. And I need 99 more tasks to unlock Zaya and finally go to Chambies with the boys. But right now I can't be asked because I think there's still a queue. I honestly do. Maybe I'll go and I'll cast another, a couple wind blasts at it and see what happens. But I'm not going to do that anymore. Moving on to Daniel, they say figuring things out in real time with the boys in VC, that was their favorite part. And I love that because I was also doing a bit of figuring, going like, I did a fair bit of strategizing on the weeks leading up to leagues. And I also watched a video that got me basically my first relic and my first area besides Karamja. So I didn't do much of the figuring out past maybe in like after the first hour. There definitely was a lot of like, hey guys, how the freak do we make money? That kind of stuff was
fun.
It was definitely tough. Michael Vaughn says speedrunning agility and thieving. Oh, sounds like a trickster gang here. Definitely enjoying the trickster on my alt. Really just picking all the relics, like Oxie said earlier, just picking all the relics that you're not doing on the main playthrough. So Trickster, Fairy Flight, Daddy's Money, all that kind of stuff. OC Dam says not playing it and playing Lethal Company with the boys instead. Well, that's a downer. Why aren't you playing leagues?
Hey, man,
if you're playing games with the boys, to some people. Sure. Oh, I think you should hop on. I know you weren't there the first day, but OCDam, if you haven't logged on to leagues, look me in the eyes. Get on the leagues, at least for a little bit. Get a couple thousand points so you can get a free cosmetic. Maybe feel better about your life. And finally,
God damn.
What? I feel like I was channeling you. I feel good about your life. Yeah, you feel good about the choices you're making. Anyway. Our final entry to this week's community question is Torin. They say their favorite thing was that they took off opening day so they can fully dedicate to getting a good start in leagues. See you out there, gamers. Hell yeah.
Me too.
See you out there.
Me too. And I got sick as hell.
F.
It was a rough day.
Oxie, did you post that question on YouTube?
I don't know. Did I?
Well, let's go.
I don't actually remember.
Let's go see. Live on the pod, everyone. We're gonna go see if he posted that on the YouTube. Where is view your channel? League strats. You did not.
Oh. Yikers.
Like yikers. Indeed. Well, that's the community question, everyone. If you're listening to this on Thanksgiving and you want to answer the community question for this week, first of all, thank you. Thank you to everyone who did answer that community question that I didn't know anything about, which I'm totally caught off guard and totally surprised. Not really. If you want to answer this week's question, though, it will be,
what is your best and worst Thanksgiving opinion? Yeah,
okay, I like that. It was going to be something along the lines of like, why is green beans the best and why is apple pie the worst? Because apparently it's a good, yin and yang opinion there. But give us your best and worst Thanksgiving hot takes. You can answer that question on the Spotify community question section or the pinned comment of this YouTube video. I'm going to throw it over to my co-host and I'm going to absolutely recline for this 35-minute section of Achievement of the Week.
The week after bingo, I think it was.
Oh my
2
gosh,
weeks
no
after bingo,
way.
whatever it was. I don't remember how long it's been. Time is but a blur these days. Well, there was once a time when you guys were achieving things after bingo, and it was good. It was calm. It was fine. And then there was a time after where we didn't do Achievement of the Week because we had a guest on, and you guys did even more stuff. And it was still okay. We're chilling. And we didn't do an achievement of the week that following week because of a time gate. And then thankfully leagues came up. And it's not as bad as it could be. But let me tell you, it's a lot. There is a lot of stuff on here. I realize I'm still streaming the Achievement of the Week document for everyone. Nobody cares to see that. So here we are. We're gonna just dive right into it. We're going to miscellaneous, which actually has a surprising number of people in it this week. So over the last 3 weeks, we have Chaotic Dad, Bud, Sickness, and Bone Owner all achieved their first quest capes. Additionally, Silky achieved their diary cape. Saga 7 achieved their diary cape. My boy Nate Dogg, Salt of the Earth, achieved his music cape. Dog B-Day Guy achieved his music cape. Saga 7, I don't know why he's on there twice with a diary cape, but he's on there twice. I must have mistyped and put him on there twice. Wish Cave got his diary cape, as did Planker. Congratulations to everyone in the miscellaneous tier. Moving over to the combat section. We've got a couple first fire capes this last couple weeks. We have Damon S., Alex Anchor, formerly known as Dicky Bird, PT Belt, Chips FE, and Fire Ren. Fear Nen? I don't know how you say your name. Fyrnen. Fear Nen? Fire Nen? Something. First fire capes. First fear capes. Who knows? Congratulations. We love a first fire cape around here. I got my first fire cape in leagues yesterday, like I said, and then immediately gambled it for the Inferno. More firsts in the main game, though. Jay Leezy achieved the first Corrupted Gauntlet, as did Bearing, or no, this is BRNG, BRNG, or Berng, as you suggested, also got their first Corrupted Gauntlet. 8-Bit Lambs killed Zulra for the first time. Comrade Cabby killed Gauntlet for the first time, as did Flagrant Beef. And Track, who's here with us in the recording booth, also killed Zulra for the first time. Tommy Blue and Seppi J completed the hard combat achievements, because we're in the combat achievements portion of the combat achievements section of Achievement of the Week. Rolls off the tongue. No, it really doesn't. They achieved their hard combat achievements this week. Wish Cave, Iron Robin, SOS D3, Flapjack, and Hoof Hearted all achieved their elite combat diaries. Welcome to the Jad Helm gang, the best Slayer helmet. Probably not as cool as the Zuck one, but I think it looks better than the Verzik one. And I'm actively pushing, let me back up. I was actively pushing for Masters before Leagues came out. I don't know. Something about the Jad helm looks cool. Speaking of Masters, though, the Old J and Kefri did achieve their Master Combat Diaries. Moving on to the kit section now. Lowe received his Missouri kit, as did my boy Reed Deasy. So that's 2 bingo team members mentioned. But let's make it 3 with my boy Zero Fox achieving his Menophyte Ornament kit. Elite M7, That Good Guy, and our good friend Mima, though, all achieved their Curse Phalanx. So they all got their 500 TOA kit. They've all got the Fancy Fang, right? But, I mean, it's not a 3-week combat achievement section without a little bit of spice, without a little bit of cheese that's been a little overcooked. Dick Smashed and P Bods, both after several attempts. I think P Bods said it was like 130. I feel that on a spiritual level. Both of them achieved their first Infernal Cape. Congratulations to you both. Literally nothing will cause you as much stress in this game. I promise you. I can assure you nothing is going to cause you as much turmoil as going for your first cape. Congratulations. That wraps up the combat achievement section. And if you saw my face on YouTube, just go, oh, because the skilling section, damn, she thick. There is a lot of 99s that have happened between what I think legitimately may have been, not the end of bingo, the week apps, like pretty much all of November. It's been a lot of achievements. Starting things off, my boy, my co-captain with the double-double this week. Nate Dogg achieved 99 strength. Iron Kai achieved 99 mining. Doombar, who has changed his name in Discord to Doombar parentheses not the PKer, achieved 99 herblore. MJ Still achieved 99 attack. Fizzman 15 achieved 99 range. Swamp Dragon achieved 99 strength. Dildo the Great, our boy, achieved 99 mining. Sparry achieved 99 rune crafting. Apex Wolf 91 achieved 99 mage. Rue Tiggert 35 achieved 99 farming. Humble Owl achieved 99 range. Reed Deasy, another one of my boys with a double-double, achieved 99 attack. Bastad OSRS achieved 99 strength. I think he's dropped the OSRS in his name, but it's Bastad. Tanto Tricks achieved 99 cooking and 99 crafting. Blaster Space achieved 99 crafting. Flagrant Beef achieved 99 strength. Caper achieved 99 attack. Wish Cave, which, hold up, we saw a Wish Cave in the Elite CAs. We saw a Wish Cave with the triple-double this week.
Whoa.
The Diary Cape, the Elite Combat Achievements, and 99 strength. Look at you. A triple-double after Leagues comes out. You don't see that very often at all, but you know what? It's something we do love to see, that's for sure.
Hell yeah.
Moving on in the skilling category, my boy Russ of Fury, more 99s, 99 construction and 99 thieving. Ooh, he's stealing.
How close is he to max?
I feel like he was around my total level the last time I looked.
2216.
Okay, so
he's got
close-ish.
He's got some of the bad ones left, but he's base 90s.
Yeah.
He's got mining.
He's got
crafting.
No, I was like, he's got 61 mining. This is Leagues.
He's got 90 mining, 88 agility, and 86 rune crafting. And then basically everything else is almost 90 or 95.
Yeah.
He's
he's chilling.
He's
got a shit ton of money too, so he's going to get 99 smithing, no problem. But
doesn't need 99 smithing, does he?
Yeah, he's at 90.
Oh, okay. You're right.
Anyways, moving on. Mohadib. I heard that's not even his real name. I heard he's a dune enjoyer. I also heard he got 99 woodcutting. Low achieved 99 range. G Downlin achieved 99 strength. Forsaken 5 or Forsaken V, something I don't think I've ever clarified which is which, achieved 99 crafting. Ratty Cole achieved 99 cooking. Toaster Bath achieved 99 construction. Canister Shell achieved 99 prayer, and I kind of like that name.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Indoor Kite achieved 99 Slayer. Submediant, the man himself, achieved 99 range. Christian V achieved 99 range, and SOSD3 achieved 99 mining. We do have some total levels to shout out. A lot of them. We got a lot of total levels. So, Buckeyes, Fizzman 15, Rue Tiggert, and Submedian all achieved 2K total. Welcome to your new world bracket. You're going to be there for a while.
No more.
I'm still there. I've not gotten to 2200 total level yet. Torin and Chris, otherwise known as Chris, achieved 2100 total level, which means you're halfway there, but actually not, because RuneScape math is weird. 22K total worlds, guys. We're here forever. These next folks aren't. Rosgin, Silky, and Dr. Gerbert all achieved 2200 total level. You are in the final bracket of worlds. You can go to any world you would like. Congratulations. Now, there are two more achievements in Achievement of the Week. They are both very special achievements. Emeritas and Forvitney both achieved 2277 total level within the last several weeks. Unfortunately, I was not able to attend either one of these max parties.
Same.
I don't think I was home for Vitney's, which I was sad that I wasn't home for Vitney's, because number one, we've been watching the man make this progress for months, right? Number two, he's one of my former bingo teammates. I wanted to be there. I was not home, and I was like, damn it. But max nonetheless. And then Emeritas just like maxed on the DL.
No.
I didn't even know he was that close. He just like texted Jamie and Shadow, some of his bingo teammates, and was like, "Yo, meet me on Max Island." And Max, he actually texted me about it because I mentioned in the recording booth, I think it was last week after you left, that like I was disappointed I didn't get to go to their parties, and he reached out and was like, "Yo, people told me you were like sad you didn't go to the party. There was no party. Please don't feel bad."
Aw.
I'm like, dude, no, it's fine, man. I wanted to support the boys who've been around for so long because
Yeah.
Forv and Emeritas have been around for a while, right? I think Forv's been around longer than M has, but still, they've left their mark in TNL. So, wear the cape with pride. You have beat the game, as far as skilling is concerned.
Damn. Forv joined October 31st, 2021. Just past 2 years in TNL.
Damn. So like a month and a half after we opened the Discord. Forv's been around for a long time. I think when he posted his max, he posted the date of every 99 that he got.
Yeah.
Which is super cool that he remembers. Because I don't remember the days I got my 99s.
You didn't
I don't
post them
have
in
that.
Discord? I
I'm sure I did.
You have to go back in time and just look it up.
Yeah. Did I post that I got 99 crafting in the Discord? I don't know if I did. Well,
Well,
I didn't. No, I didn't because League started.
You could
I
also
didn't even
look
think about it.
You could also look in your Runelight
Screenshot folder?
screenshots. Yeah.
Yeah.
M
I don't
joined M joined this year. But it feels
Either
like
way.
a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're active in the community. Obviously, it feels like you've been around for a lot longer. So, congratulations to the both of you. You've earned the maximum skill cape. You've done it. You've maxed. Very proud of you both, and I'm very proud of all of you who have achieved something awesome this week. And I'm proud of myself for surviving that achievement of the week. Because, good God, there were so many of you doing awesome stuff. If you did something awesome and you want to tell us about it in a super long form segment where we shout out the community, head over to our Discord, discord.gg/OSRSTNL. Post about it in levels and achievements. I'll say it once, and damn it, Michael, I'll say it again. You cannot stop me. I don't care what the achievement is. It could be your max cape. It could be your infernal cape, your fang kit, your blood torva, your base 60s, your RFD requirements, your hero's quest completion. I don't care. If you do something you think is cool, post about it, because our community is awesome and they will also think it is cool. That is one thing I have mentioned. There is kind of an unspoken stigma around some parts of the OSRS community where if you're not the best, what is the point, right? I see it a lot on RuneScape Twitter, or I don't go on the RuneScape subreddit very often. The place kind of scares me a little bit, but TNL is the place for that. Post about your achievements, even if you don't think they're special compared to somebody else's. They are, because they're yours. Come hang out and post about them. Also, this place is fucking bumping with leagues right now. Leagues is going insane in the TNL Discord. It's not like bingo where we had a different role and you couldn't see the people playing bingo. The VCs have not been unpopulated for probably 5 straight days.
Yeah.
From leagues. It was insane on day one. We had like 30 people in voice chat for leagues day one. Come hang out. It will be well worth your time. I can't promise you anything monetarily if it's not the case, but I could give you a big old kiss, I guess. Come hang out. Michael, I woke up at 9 a.m. for some reason today.
Yeah.
And when I don't have to work, and when I went to bed at 2 a.m., that feels early.
Oh.
It's about time we wrap up this episode. However, there's one thing we got to do before we go.
Always.
Michael, my friend, for the first time in several weeks, do you have a fun question for us?
I don't. For the first time in several weeks, we're going off the dome. We're going off Michael's dome.
Wow.
We're going off Michael's dome. So in our fun questions chat, we have a staggering 0. Well, there's 1. But I don't know that I have the brain power for this week. And not to downplay anything from Dinosaur, because they are quite literally the fun question enjoyer, fun question king. I have one off the dome that I think will be pretty easy. And it is, my dear Oxie, if you could spend the rest of your days in RuneScape living as a non-humanoid, non-boss NPC, what would you want to be and why?
Do I respawn if I'm killed by a player?
Yes.
Does it hurt if I'm killed by a player?
So it doesn't hurt if, like, right now you don't physically feel pain if your character gets hurt. So like maybe not.
Okay. So
I
any
think that was
non-humanoid,
I feel
non-boss
like that would be
NPC?
kind of weird, right? Like if you got
Mhm.
hurt, you would feel it like temporarily. Like you would just like get smacked with a dragon longsword every 2 ticks, and then just
Ugh.
respawn and do it again. No,
Yeah,
you
that
don't. You
feels
don't get
bad.
hurt. You don't get
Okay.
hurt.
But any NPC, non-humanoid,
non-humanoid
non-humanoid,
NPC.
non-boss NPC.
Yes. Get your thinking caps on, because this is off the dome. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead. Go first. What do you got for me?
I would like to be able to transfer my consciousness between any spirit tree at will, to just kind of be there watching people run past. You're in some pretty interesting places too. So if I'm just thinking off the dome, anybody's house, free to you for just like your spying pleasures. You have a beautiful view of Brimhaven beaches. You have the quite bustling farming guild if you wanted to do some people watching. You have a literal battlefield that you can peruse. And then you have the Grand Exchange. And I know I'm missing maybe 1 or 2. There's one like south in Feld Appeals that no one uses. But any spirit tree's consciousness, you could just like, teleport your consciousness into that spirit tree, and you become that spirit tree for a minute, and you get to answer fun questions. Like people talk to you sometimes, or you get to help them teleport to the other spirit trees that you are also. So I think that would be fun. I'm kind of going off, I'm just saying, I want to be a dragon. I want to be a dragon so I can breathe fire. Like I'm trying to go off of that route of like a Slayer boss. I do think if it was a non-boss NPC, something high level like a Hydra would be cool. Not like the big Hydra, but just something prestigious. But those are all kind of boring because like you're literally stuck in the same wander radius all of the time. And maybe you have other friends, like maybe, your best friend got drafted to also be a Hydra on there, and they're reincarnated in the maybe this is what it is. If you're reincarnated as something in RuneScape, just think of it like that. You and your best friend both got reincarnated as Hydras, and you can just chit chat all day while dying to Slayer tasks. That'd be kind of fun. Let's see. A Tazar would be cool too. I know that they're kind of just wandering around, but they're actual. They have an actual society. They're not just rock things. They're there to be killed. They have shops. They have a language. They have their own currency. So like they're very intelligent creatures. So Tazar would be cool also. But definitely a spirit tree.
What
do you
think
think?
I'd like to be a worm.
A worm. Not like a WORM.
In Mount Carolum. Just
Yeah.
like hanging out on the warm ground, slithering around, doing my thing.
Slither a snake.
Slither a snake.
Oh, slither a snake.
That could be fun. Also, you know what could be pretty cool? I'm going to totally change up what I was going to say. You know what would be an insane power trip?
What?
I want to be the Stranglewood.
Oh. Okay.
You cannot kill me in a way that matters.
Yeah.
I am the god of death. And funny enough, still alive while doing it. I am the Stranglewood.
That would be interesting. That's a little dark, but I like it.
Yeah, it's cool. I think being Stranglewood could be a lot of fun. Or like I said, just a worm slithering around on the warm floor, having a good time.
Along with my trees option, I want the option to be one of those haunted trees in Draenor. And be like, gotcha.
That just lashes out at
Gotcha.
people.
Yeah, all the free-to-play noobs doing the quests. Gotcha. That'd be fun. It'd be like a haunted house, like hopping out, scaring people.
Ooh.
Sargy Waffle says, I'm going to be my boy Dionysius. And for those who are unaware, that is the legendary wise old man.
A humanoid
I did
NPC?
I did say a non-humanoid, but, Soggy.
Awful sus that it's a humanoid.
He's typing. He's typing.
He
Oh, he's
be.
drunk. He's drunk. Okay.
What a man.
What a man. What a man. Is that your final answer? You have any more?
That is I think nothing gets scarier than the Stranglewood. So
That's
yes,
true.
that's my final answer.
That's true. I think a fun honorable mention would be like a lava dragon. Because like you're in the wilderness and generally that's like a scary thing. But you are a dragon in the wilderness. And you are the baddest thing out there besides, the king of all dragons, King Black Dragon. But that's a boss, and you can't be bosses. Well, guys, thank you so much, Michael, for that fun question. You're welcome, Michael. If you want to answer that fun question, you can do that in the TNL Discord. Just hit us up in the Xpwaste chat. Let us know. But that is going to do it, folks. I hope that your Thanksgiving, if you are celebrating today, was fantastic. And I know that we're alienating like an entire region of people who are not celebrating Thanksgiving because maybe you're not American. But to you, I say happy Thursday. I hope that work was great today. And I hope that you have a good and restful day ahead of you because generally there's another holiday that everybody hates, and that's Black Friday. And so, yeah, you have to work. I am so sorry.
I don't think Black Friday is a holiday.
Okay, you have me there. Another day of the week that is immortalized as a non-official holiday because it always happens on the same day every year. And that's generally the definition of holiday. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you want to check us out, there's more to check out in the description. We have a new merch store. The link will be in the description there. We have a Patreon. We already talked about that. We have a Discord, and we already talked about that. If you want to send us a fun question, you can do so as an email, which is kind of boring. You can send it to us on Discord, which is kind of boring.
Michael, oh my God.
You can DM it to us, which is kind of boring.
Asking the world of these people, Michael.
Or you can send us a postcard to P.O. Box 2376, Keller, Texas 76244. I think that's the address. And just mark it Xpwaste or Michael R. I think either will work. Send us a postcard, and we want to know, where you're mailing it from. Do the most ironic, the most like touristy postcard you can find because it's going up on the wall, baby. That's going to do it for this episode, folks. Again, happy Thanksgiving. Hope the food coma is quickly subsiding. We'll see you guys next week. Just remember, usually Thanksgiving starts the time when Oxie and I start to slow down during the month of December for episodes. So be ready for those types of breaks that we're going to take, but we will definitely announce next week our recording cadence.
Yes, we will. Keep an eye out.
All right, guys. Catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.